How do I pronounce your full name?
It's Peter Elisha Hume. But I actually had a different name when I was a child, different last name. And then when the band started, we had a name that was hard to pronounce. It was like Cobb, Cobbe.
So your last name's actually Cobb?
No, it's legally changed to Hume.
Okay.
But for many, many years, it was known under a different name. But it was just people would say Kubi or Cobby or things like that. And so my brother changed our names, and he changed the spelling of all our names as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Your brother changed it for all of you?
Yeah, for the first website we made when he was like 12. He just changed the spelling to Dan with 2 N's.
Oh, nice.
What?
And yeah, it's fun.
How did your family feel about that?
Fine.
Really?
Yeah.
You can do that?
So I've actually got a tattoo. Our grandpa was a little upset because it was an unusual family name, and it was like there wasn't many boys in the family, so the name was dying out. And so I've got the family crest. We actually we went to Ireland last year and visited like the family manor that's still in the family. That's the Cobb Manor, and I showed him my old passport and got to meet the Lord
Cobb.
Yeah, the Lord.
Oh,
and he was making sandwiches for a croquet tournament.
That's unreal. Oh, that's so
and I got to
sick.
play a piano that was from the early 1700s. Like they have like a big collection of like Chopin's harpsichord and whatever, Marie Antoinette's pianoforte and something like that. All this crazy stuff. But I had to play on this like piano that was, the whole thing's wood. There's no like no bronze frame inside.
Yeah.
But as soon as I started playing, he's like, "Do it quiet. It's like you need to play quiet." And you play quieter.
Which area of Ireland?
It was it's outside of Dublin.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
They were the baddies.
Yeah.
It was the Archbishop of Dublin. It was the English overlords.
Yeah, nice.
Shit.
Yeah.
We're going way back.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Before we get into the law of Ireland, formalities first. So, welcome to the Left Brain, Right Brain podcast.
Thank you,
Peter. We've got Conor here from Teenage Dads, who was a guest and is now a co-host.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that's pretty much it. That's all the formalities.
Just for today, I guess.
Yeah.
And Peter, we met you at the forum by chance because Conor +1 me to Holy Holy. And then we saw you, and then you and I bonded over a love of New Zealand rock.
Of like really obscure.
Would you say it's obscure? Like most people don't know those bands. Like,
I don't know. Maybe. I
Chris
think
Knox was like the big one.
Chris Knox. That's wild.
Yeah.
I was talking to my dad about it.
Oh, really? It was that significant?
Yeah, because I was talking to my dad, and I was like, "Someone remembers Chris Knox." And
what's that song he has? That's like the big one. Not Given Lightly.
Unbelievable.
Amazing fucking track.
He had a. Dad immediately said, "Oh, he needs to listen to," and I've forgotten the band name.
His because like Toy Soldiers or the one that he has.
Look, band. You know this stuff.
Yeah,
I love it. Is it The Enemy or
The Enemy?
I'll have to do a Google. Yeah. But it's fun. The punkier stuff's fun.
For sure. Does New Zealand have a strong punk scene?
It did, and it probably does. Yeah. This scene was specifically out of Dunedin. It's the very bottom of New Zealand.
Yeah. Sure.
It's like a Scottish town. It's got a university, and that's it. And they're sort of famous for their drinking and these like famous old unis there. And my dad studied art there, and they just had a music art scene there that birthed the whole kind of punk scene.
And so when you were coming up with Evermore, how did what was the scene like around you?
We were in rural New Zealand, so we were totally disconnected.
Really?
So we would have to drive either 3 hours down to Wellington or 6 hours to Auckland to play a gig most times.
True.
There was like one venue about half an hour from us.
And do you feel like that definitely influenced your music?
I think we were around, this is like, the internet was already such a big thing by this point. And so we'd say, because it's like such a long time ago, but we were more connected, I think, internationally to begin with.
Right.
And we were like just in our own isolated thing. I think I've always found that New Zealand reminds me of Perth in that way, is that they just develop their own thing over there. Like everyone's just making stuff in isolation, and a little thing bubbles up. But I would have loved to have been part of a scene, but I was so young. we were children when it all started, so we couldn't go to any gigs unless we were playing.
The other week when we caught up, you were saying about how being isolated from everyone has that you think you're doing something that's normal, but because you're so isolated from everyone else, you don't realize that you're doing something unique, and then that's what ends up being the appeal to it. And I thought that was a really cool way to describe that thing, I guess.
Isn't it fun? Like, I love the whole concept of like unintentional originality.
Yeah.
Is so much like your failure to achieve an idea then creates like something unique is so much of great art, I think.
For sure.
Do you know what I mean? And it's often when you're beginning that you really get those unique things that come up because you have no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm trying to make a Beyonce record. And it turns out it's like something so different.
Yeah, I think embracing quote unquote failure is like a huge like tool. It's like, I'll probably never sound like this guy, but what else can happen, you know? And people are scared to take that risk, hence why these subgenres don't exist yet, you know?
Oh, and I was trying to think of good examples. One of them is who's it? There's Hot Chip. Do you remember that band?
Oh, yeah.
Hot Chip.
Love Hot
So
Chip,
their
man.
first album, they thought they were making like real hard. They thought they were making like really hard music, and then everybody kept saying, "Oh, it's so laid back." Yeah. So laid back, and so the next record, the big single, is called "Laid Back," and it's like, "Lay back, we'll give you laid back," and it's just like, fine, that's what we do. We do laid back, but I love that they thought they were making like bangers.
Hot Chip is ingrained in my memory, and just that one song always coming up in the In-Betweeners. That one that's like over and over.
Oh,
That, like throughout the series, you're like, oh, what's this song again? And yeah, that's like my memory of it. It's just always popping up.
In-Betweeners, I haven't seen a lot of it, but it's fucking funny what I have seen. But like those shows and Skins and even the OC, they had so many good tunes. Like the people who used to manage these shows, like the soundtracks for them, were fucking on the top.
That's how we broke. We broke through the OC.
Shit.
Yeah.
I fucking knew it. I knew because I was like, where?
Yeah.
Where did this happen? That's
so
where it happened.
That's how we broke. Was the OC?
I didn't know you were on the OC.
Yeah.
Which track?
It's Too Late was the song.
No shit. It all checks out.
So that was and it was the first sort of time where they'd be playing, so ancient, but they'd be playing songs on ads for TV shows, and they would put the little song name and the artist name, and so you would get like, I think we were on all of the promos for the start of the OC in Australia, and so they just blasted it, and then, so that song just got played like millions and millions of times for like and then it ended up getting on the show later because it had kind of connected, and they added it to the Australian version of the compilations. The compilations were dope. Like, I found a whole bunch of artists on those.
That's fucking awesome, actually.
Yeah.
Did you meet Misha Barton?
No.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been good.
She was like the OG It Girl, right? Was it Misha Barton or am I tripping?
Yeah, it's Misha Barton.
It was? That's not Gossip Girl, that's Blake Lively, right?
I've never seen the OC.
Who was that? Who was the other? There was another.
I don't know.
There was another It Girl on Gossip Girl, who's Amanda Bynes. Is she from Gossip Girl?
I doubt that.
Is she's the man?
Amanda Bynes cannot be on. She's from Drake and Josh.
She's Jack and Josh.
Yeah.
Wait.
Is she's the man? Is that Amanda Bynes?
Yeah.
Right.
The soccer film.
Yeah. That's Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if she
Who was the one who had a
show.
very off the rails thing for a long time? Is that Amanda Bynes?
I feel like a lot of the people from
Yeah.
from the Schneiderverse. Which we're not going to fucking go into on the show. Let's not. Yeah.
But yeah, like the It Girl era. That's like the It Girl era was definitely a thing.
And so, when did you actually come to Australia?
We first came to Australia when I was like 15, 16. We'd come over for tours. And,
wait, how old were you in Evermore?
Really young.
But like, how old? Are you saying like you were like 12?
Well, Dan was, was like 12, 14, 16 when it really sort of took off.
A 12-year-old?
Yeah.
Wait, which one of you was 12?
So we won a high school band comp in New Zealand that's sort of the equivalent of Unearthed High, like 1,000 bands
so
enter.
Like what Silverchair was doing as well, right? Same age bracket.
Yeah. So we won that when Dan was, I think, 12, I was 14, John 16. And that was like, that was the beginning. So it was televised. We did a tour with Living End right after a tour with Jimmy Barnes around Australia. We did like, I remember doing a toga party to like thousands of
Like
uni kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, 14, 15. Everyone's in togas.
That would have been so eye-opening.
Yeah,
like,
and,
as if people act like this.
And also, I thought we were
Do they
really.
still do toga parties?
I don't know.
That's so American.
It was so American, and the dude was trying to hand me a wreath the whole show. I remember that.
Yeah.
And and it just was very exciting to do that as a kid. It's very hard to focus on school after that.
Yeah,
for sure.
I can't believe how young you were. Like,
We
that's
tried
insane.
to
We don't have any-
pretend that we tried to not make a thing of it. We should have really leaned into it much further.
Yeah.
But we were like, we're serious musicians. It's like everyone that's got something, they want the other thing. Like I remember doing, when I was really young, doing a tour with an older, very like serious proggy band, where like the bass player played like foot pedal things, and they've got like multiple instruments they're climbing over, and they're wearing leather pants and very Jim Morrison-y. And the tour manager would come back every night and say, "Sausage Fest," and the whole band would just go like that, just sort of sigh, because they just wanted to play to some women and to those women to scream, but all they had was just like guitarists that would like be staring at their pedals and going like,
music
"Oh,
for
what's he do?"
musos type of thing. Yeah.
And I think when you're young and you're like, I just want to be taken serious, like whatever it is. If you're in a pop thing, you want the serious musicians, and the serious musicians, they just want some people to dance and scream, and do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's so interesting.
And when you're young, you want to be old, and when you're old, you want to be young.
When did you guys start playing music together?
It's probably 2012.
With the album, right, in 2012?
Yeah, 2013, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And so at that point, you would have been 22?
No. No. Like, no.
True.
I'm nearly 40.
Right.
So we won that high school band comp in the year 2000.
Ah.
How mad is that?
Yeah.
No shit. But you would have still been pretty young, right? Mid-20s or something like that?
I was 28 by the time we finished. Yeah.
And were you studying at uni at the same time?
No.
Have you ever studied at uni?
No, I didn't finish high school.
Really?
No.
Because of Evermore?
Yeah, well, just because we were homeschooled as well.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
True.
Or living life backwards.
Because I read somewhere that you did like the artworks as well. Was it for all of them or for some of them?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah.
True. So you were just like this. You're like a Renaissance band, basically.
So we all did everything ourselves to begin with. Dan would do the websites, and I'd shoot the music videos and do the art, and John would produce, and then we all sort of. It was just very much everything in. And then once we got like big, people used to have big budgets. Once we got big budgets, I wouldn't direct the music videos because I was a literal child, but I would like send briefs to the directors, and I would go into the editing suites, and I'd go into the grading suite, and they must have found me so annoying, but like I was always trying to get people to work with us. So as a video director, I totally understand the musician side of it. That it's so weird that you work on this thing that's totally yours, and then they send out like a brief not telling the directors or production companies anything about what the idea is, and then they just come back with random video ideas. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that's
it's
weird.
odd, right?
Yeah.
Like I always just want to get on a call with the artist and like, what is it? What's the themes? Like, what are you trying to communicate? Like,
for sure.
But we will always struggle with that because the directors always hated it when I did that.
Yeah.
So it's like hard to get
it.
taken seriously because of your age.
I think also I was kind of scared. Like, doing music's easy, but then directing with like a 20-person crew is like super scary.
Yeah.
And you don't know whether it's going to suck or not. Because like with music, you can do so much of it behind the scenes. You can perfect everything and blah, blah, blah. This is like putting on a stage performance, and you've got this idea, let's get a dog and we kind of cover it in paint, and like fill the ice tub, the bathtub full of ice cubes, and then they're going to be smoking a cigarette. And like you have all these ideas, but like you get in the room and it works or it doesn't work, and you can't change it. And I love the pressure of it though.
Yeah.
But I was very scared for a long time.
I've always been mesmerized by the Truth of the World cover. Do you do that one as well?
Dan played a big part in that.
What medium is that cover?
That we had just spent a lot of time in America watching Fox News. It's so like weird, like because it's sort of got so much worse. But we were watching like all the crazy right wing shit, and the kind of Nazi vibes we were getting. Like it got so much worse. It like never got Elon Musk actually zig howling. Yeah, but we were just getting so much of that, and we had always wanted to do a double concept album. Our very first record, we wanted to be a double concept album, and we tried to hide that and just spring it on our label and manager. But we always wanted to do like our version of The Wall or Quadrophenia or like just like pompous stuff. It was like so excited to do it. So that album, we actually did our pop rock.
You can
concept.
tell though. You can tell it's like angrier.
It's so
it's a
fun.
very big difference to like the other ones.
Yeah. I think and then I like shaved my head and did a kind of like skinheady thing, and it was so fun to tour. Like, Dan, my brother, be dressed up in like a news reporter thing with a big moustache, and he'd play a song as a news reporter, and then he would dress up in like a lab coat and throw Tic Tacs out into the audience as like a miracle drug, and we had all these like stupid.
You guys were the OG, because I know I was in the Netherlands speaking to somebody who went to a Tame Impala concert over there, and the Tame Impala concerts are very different over there because he actually gives out a synthetic fake drug.
Really?
It's called like, what the fuck's it called? It ends with like Diem or something like that, and it says like, this is, I don't know, the implications that you take it, and it's like a placebo.
Sick. We had these giant bottles of pills that we like,
Tic-tacs.
we just like throw into the audience, and we had these giant screens where it was like looked like hundreds of TV screens. It was a South Korean director we loved that did animations with hundreds of televisions. So I planned for this. It's like it's an artist, Yun. I don't remember the name. Yeah. It's a famous art installationist person.
Cool. Yeah, so were they all like CRT TVs kind of thing?
We ended up using 3 giant projection screens that we put on its sides and 6 projectors, because it ended up being the weight of all the TVs was a problem.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. And so we were like designing it all, but you can see it here. I'll show you.
Yeah, pull it up.
I've still got one of the screens, but we made this all. Me and Dan made this all. It's very fun. It was very fun. It actually didn't actually fit most of the stages we played.
Wow.
But we built this.
Holy shit.
Our dad and it's so silly. It was like pure just getting lost in making something for you, the fun of it.
Yeah.
And like not having any plan on how it was perceived, and people were like thought we were taking it seriously, and the whole thing was like I think the problem was like we're all like producers and writers, so it was hard for us not to just want to always mess with things.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think it's so sick that you
we
just
made
got
that
to see
ourselves.
these ideas through.
And you saw them through to their full completion. Like,
yeah.
Fully realized.
So we toured that round. It's madness. We toured it all over the world.
That's such a huge
yeah.
But
it's a practical setup as well. Like, fuck.
But but it never really like. I think that it confused people a lot, and the fact that we did the whole thing
is that young you?
That's John.
It's John.
John. Yeah, I'm the skinhead with
nice.
On
the keys.
On the keys. Oh, yeah, nice. Great song.
So was that one in Australia? That show?
That's just a live performance music video. Yeah. But we were based in Australia from when I was 17.
Was the album is it something about the sun? Chasing the
Follow the Sun. That was the last record.
Last one. Was that the album after this one?
Yes, it's the one album after this.
And was that one like a response to going too crazy on?
I think so. I think we were also just coming to the end of being interested in doing it.
Really?
Yeah.
And so did you guys, as a family, continue to make music together privately?
No. So they're both of my brothers are very successful record producers now.
Yeah, for sure. I saw that he did. Did Dan do Rainbow Valley?
Yeah, he did
Bro,
both.
that's
he
fucking
did both
like
of the records.
one of my favorite records of all time. That record got me through COVID.
It's so beautiful.
It's probably arguably maybe my favorite record like ever produced in Australia.
No, it's really special.
Matt Corby's incredible.
Yeah, I remember him. He came over to the studio when he was 16.
Yeah.
Right after Idol.
Yeah, wow.
And he was such a freak already then. I remember he picked up a guitar and he started doing an impression of Led Zeppelin, of Jimmy Page and Robert Plant at the same time.
Crazy.
Oh, wow.
While doing a Robert Plant. And I was like, oh, this is like,
so cool.
this is like on another level of musical savant.
Was he on Idol or X Factor? It was Idol, right?
He was on Idol.
Yeah.
Because I remember his whole thing was like fighting against that.
Oh man, it was
like rebellion against what
so
they were.
much time just distancing himself from that. Yeah,
For sure.
and then coming out with Brother and
And
amazing.
Brother was a crazy track. I mean, we're
crazy.
talking about nostalgia. Dude, I've had like 4 episodes of the show with nostalgia as like a main theme. Had it with Maddie's, had it with James's. I guess with with Evermore, I hear it as well. It's these classic, like almost like ancient melodies.
Yeah.
in your head.
I like music's just made so different now.
But also Matt Corby as well. It's that record for me was just like, not to get on about it too much because we don't have Matt Corby here in the room to talk about it. But fuck, man, like I always felt like that was like a very George Harrison-y like record for some reason. It felt like the ultimate spiritual expression of this guy that used to be on Idol and now he's doing whatever the fuck he wants. It's very, very Kevin Parker-y too, like just taking it all into his own hands. So I think he played everything. He played the drums on that too, right? He did all the instruments.
He's amazing, and I love how like joyful that record is.
Yeah.
Right, like it's very
positive and endearing.
He was a new father, and like, you can just really experience like kind of freedom. And I loved how when he started touring that, he started like dancing on stage. I don't know if you saw it, and he played drums on stage as well. But the traditional Matt Corby was he didn't do a lot on stage. It was very much you come and you experience it.
Yeah.
And he maybe says hi, but this, he was like getting out there, out the front, being
That's
a front
cool.
man,
That's
which is
sick.
like so sick.
There is something to be said about like positive Australian music. I mean, you would know as well, like just like positive vibes. I mean, even going to like John Butler Trio or all those kinds of artists, because like I guess in the 90s and early 2000s you had the goth rock, dark Nick Cave kind of stuff going on, but then something happened. It's a bit sunnier now, right? Would you say the scene's like more positive?
I'd agree. I feel like a lot of, I guess you're describing it as pop or indie pop bands now. There's like especially for the last 10 years, it's been a lot of, especially musically, happy cadences in songs and stuff like that.
That's a good way to fucking put it.
That's so nice. That's such a nice way of putting it.
But there was
really
a
nice
time,
way.
like I remember when we started, that all the bands that were kind of more established than us, all their songs were just 1/4 chords, and we were like, we're not fucking doing that. We're not doing 1/4 in our songs. But I don't know if that's why, our path was kind of a little bit more windy, that our music was very different at a stage, and then got poppier and then got rockier and stuff like that. But I think you're right. There's that kind of the positivity, and I think an outside perception of Oz music as well is like, because it's just like you guys have the sun and the beach all the time. That's why all your music is so happy in that. But I know I'll write songs when I'm really like down, and then I'll give this piece of music that I've made to Geordie, our singer, and then he turns into a happy song. And like when I was writing it, I was so fucking angry.
But that's the best songs.
And I'm going like, that's not how I expected it to turn out, but that's sick,
It took me a long time to learn that lesson. A lot longer than that, man. Like even recently, I'm just like fucking depressed about something. But when you pull it off in a way that works and you can repeat the experience, you can play these songs without feeling down. You know, because I was making depressing music my whole life. Now it's actually sounding depressing, but I'm happy.
Yeah,
so it's a weird switch up.
I feel like that Australian sound will change a little bit. I think like there's always been a big kind of post-punk scene in Melbourne, but I think it's coming to the limelight a bit more and stretching further. Which,
what do you mean by that? What do you mean by post-punk?
like, more like post-punk influence. That kind of sound. I feel like Melbourne's always had, like, if you go to the Tote, like, you're bound to find a band that you go Devo or Joy Division or something, like you can
or the
get
Grace
that,
Darling, classic for that back in the day.
that type of
Yeah,
vibe.
that place is still there, but I miss
The shoegaze
going there
era.
for gigs.
Yeah.
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 I haven't been to Grace Darling.
They do live
since
drawing there, and it's really cool.
2019 or something.
Yeah. And it's a long time.
I went there for like a fantasy live drawing semi-date. It wasn't really a date. We drew this like fairy model. It was fucking crazy.
Sick.
But
so interested in the post-punk thing. Like
I just feel like there's a few bands kind of coming through at the moment. We played with a band recently called Mac the Knife that has a bit more
I
of
love
that
them.
sound. And
we did a bake record with them.
oh, sick.
Yeah.
And Radio Free Alice, if you know that
Big
band.
fan.
Yeah, but they've also got the kind of Interpol sound thing going on as well. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Has that been that for a long time? Because I don't remember that.
No,
like,
I think it's like now.
it's a
that's
UK
coming.
kind of. It's recent as well.
I think it's
I noticed it
I
at South
think-
by Southwest when I was there. It was very much like.
is it the kind of the Wonder Horse, the just all of the Ireland UK kind of influence stuff?
I think so.
It's very Interpol, man. Like very Interpol. Like a lot of those bands.
I feel like
I was there for the first round of Impulse.
I fucking love Interpol, man.
Such a fan.
But I'm like later Interpol too. Like Rest My Chemistry is one of my favorite tracks of all time.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, no, I definitely see that too. But it's very post-punk as a genre. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? As opposed to when post-punk was happening, it was like, oh shit, this is like a new thing.
Yeah.
But now it's like post-punk as like a
post-punk sound.
it's a
is
sound,
back,
yeah.
I
you know?
swear that
Like,
it was
and the look as well.
I swear it was a genre back then as well, because it's it's such a clear fashion thing. Like, I'm obsessed with like late 70s, early 80s music.
Same.
It's so core because it's like you've got punks like that are picking up synthesizers
Yeah.
and drum machines and the influence of like reggae,
True.
reggaeton
Well,
coming
that's-
through
but
and
thought-
like early like house and shit. It's so fun.
Thoughts come. I think of. Do you know any Joe Jackson?
That was one of the guys I was trying to think about before in
Yeah.
terms of the hard
I
to
think it was
place.
you who told me to listen to Joe Jackson.
Yeah,
last time.
Joe Jackson's wild.
Look Sharp. That album is.
Yeah.
Like I found it in my dad's tape collection and.
Pure dad rock.
And it's some of it is kind of ska, but then some of it is pop because it's got is she really going out with him on there, which is a massive song. But yeah, look sharp
Yeah,
and that.
Joe
It's all,
Jackson's fucking nuts.
but yeah, I just because I used to do delivery driving and shit, and I would just spin the fuck out of that tape, like
Really?
yeah, just and I knew all the songs. I think it was.
Hey,
There was a period where
so how old were you when you listened to that?
21-ish, 22.
Now, how confusing, like that music, say like Joe Jackson and these things, it's drawing from so many different genres that like when I play it to young artists like Keanu that I work with, it's like when you don't have any context of what the influences are, it's so weird to listen to.
I
Right?
can imagine, yeah.
Like it's so odd.
my-
It's such a weird gumbo of influences.
My dad was like, you got to listen to this song, Look Sharp. I even remember when our band started in like 2016, Dad was like, you guys should cover Look Sharp. And I didn't get it then. And it wasn't until I kind of stumbled across this tape that had been played to the absolute fuck that it was, I started to get it.
How good are the British for that for those weird combinations like Supertramp?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
Supertramp, man.
It's like the kind of awkward combinations of all these funky music.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird to me that Talking Heads aren't British.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they have that thing of like, you combine like a bunch of different groovy music together, but then you make it super white.
Yeah.
true.
That's one that I think I still bump into people that will think Talking Heads was a British band.
Right?
Yeah. Well, also I also, going back to it, I think a lot of people think Interpol are British,
Yeah.
which they're not.
Feels so New York to me. But
Yeah.
and I get it. The accent and stuff.
It's very depressed New York.
Yeah.
Because it was
Yeah.
indie sleaze, but people
Yeah.
wouldn't associate it now with indie sleaze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Meet Me in the Bathroom has like a great section on that. Both the book and the actual documentary on it.
I haven't seen that.
He's just talking about how he was like so depressed and like nobody gave a fuck, and then he put it out, and then I think it blew up. I don't know. I think it blew up like quite soon after. I mean, we went all into this particular direction, but there's also like Eddie Curran Suppression Ring.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
And that Australiana as well. And that Australiana only gets talked about in the underground.
I remember getting introduced to that because I used to train with this guy that is in punk bands and stuff like that, and he brought up Eddie Curran's Suppression Ring once, and I was like, "Who's that?" But
Doll Wave.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
it's
It's the birth of a whole new subgenre of music.
yeah, I love Get Up Morning. That's that's my shit. This is such a good opening track to an album.
Well, they're back now. Isn't that the new one? Is that
This one's that one's still
Because I know they just came back.
that's 2006.
Oh, wow.
This is so
Yeah,
sick.
Rush to Relax is fantastic as well. But I mean, it is interesting going through all these different eras, right? And a lot of them did coexist at the same time. Like these guys were playing at the same time that
Yeah.
I mean, you were playing here as well,
Yeah.
which is awesome. Yeah, maybe we don't give the scene enough credit since COVID. You know, maybe COVID's warped our perception of what like the Aussie music.
I guess so.
It's really interesting your view on the idea of it being like upbeat. I can see that. It's just hard because there are always different scenes layered on top of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I mean, like, I think the thing that's always been so positive and surprising is how much like the band scene's blown up in the last 5 years.
yeah, it's been sick.
In an era where live music, we've just been watching live music die.
Yeah.
Those numbers are always fantastic, and it's because there seems to be community around it. There seems to be like the people feel connected to the bands. People feel like there's actually organic there's organic interaction, and like that's the thing that just working as someone working behind the scenes in music now, it's so weird how much we forgot what music was about. And I'd go to Big Sound or South by Southwest and things like that, and everyone's like trying to sell NFTs or turn music into a technology thing, and it's all about likes and streams and fucking I read like a thing in a hip hop thing, and it was talking about like we gave up fans for listeners, and the difference between a fan and a listener is so big.
Massive.
Like a fan comes to the show, so they feel ownership. This is my band, blah blah blah. Like buy the merch, buy the vinyl, go to the gig. Listener puts something on a playlist in the background, has no relationship.
Passive consumption versus
Fucking-
active consumption. Yeah.
It drives me nuts. Like I'm always like talking about a band to somebody, and I'm getting all hyped about these guys sound amazing, and then they load it up on their Spotify, and they're like, I've already saved 3 of those songs. And it's like they've saved the songs, but they don't even know the name of the band.
With the culture of the band or what it means to be in a band. Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't even get the name.
I think that's like so true, and like, you know, obviously we've got less people that are fans of Doll than Teen Dads, but there's still those really organic interactions that will always revitalize me. I could be burnt out. I could be like, fuck this shit. I don't want to do this anymore. And then we played a show the other day. I hadn't slept in 3 days. I was food poisoned. I literally had 2 migraines in that day. And then we went to go play Pennies. And these 2 guys, shout out to their bands, Purple Disturbance, and then the other one is Noel, who's a photographer. They play with like Goons of Doom and all that, which is how we know them. And they had the nicest fucking shit to say. And some of these people collect, you know, like not only just merch, but costumes that we've used. And one of them has like a giant puppet that's still just like hanging in his fucking garage. And it's just like, that's the culture that inspires you to continue to make music. When you're down, you just think of those people. They're legitimate fans. They care. And if they care, you should care.
So it's because you've built a world around what you're doing?
Yeah, law, right?
Yeah.
In a certain way.
It's so fun. And it's such a bummer that it doesn't get done. Like, that you end up with, like, when I was doing more music videos, you have these TikTok artists that don't really know what they are, and they've ended up with a viral TikTok thing, and they're like, come up with something. And it's like, what is it? Like, what's your world? And they've got no idea. Viral song is our identity.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, that's pretty hard to hold on to.
Yeah,
Like that's a
it's-
hard
it's
thing to grab onto as a person.
It can come up and disappear so much faster than someone that's done a bit of a slower, and you got time to establish and you grow and let's move away from that sound, let's move to this, oh no, let's move that way, rather than you just do something and explodes and it's like you're that now.
Yeah.
Do that more, and that would just be so.
We were talking about
hard.
that before, like in the car park, just like growing, right? And what
Yeah.
it means to like quote unquote mature. I mean, you're always maturing, really, but just being conscious of that. It's like I started here, now I'm going here. It's not I'm here and that's who I am for the rest of my life. Like that's
Yeah.
scary,
For sure.
you know? Because that's what people, I guess, paid to. I mean, they didn't even pay. If you blow up on TikTok, people didn't pay for you to blow up on TikTok. You became big on TikTok.
You can pump money into
You
it.
can pump money into it, but like as an audience member, you didn't pay. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
that's right.
Can you pay for TikTok subscriptions? No.
I think
Like it's
Instagram's
free to
got a.
consume, is what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
You can do like I think Instagram and TikTok do that kind of Patreon-esque thing. Subscribe.
I think you can get like, I think I was talking to Maddie about it. You can get like 6 cents. Like she got like 6 cents from like, they're called gifts. I don't know. You get sent gifts and each one's like a cent. But
Yeah,
in
nice.
America, you make money from TikTok. Like a lot of influencers I've talked to make, like they can pay for their apartments.
I just think that I think people got confused and thought musicians were influencers.
Yeah.
And they're so different. Do you know, like an artist project's so different to an influencer project.
Yeah,
Like-
content creation is very different to
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think that we've been giving terrible advice to people for ages. Don't you reckon?
Yeah.
Like so many shitty conversations about like how many times you need to post and like what you should be doing. And it's like what you said before about like your fans, like having like shit from your costumes and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like you'd created something that people could grab a hold of.
Yeah,
Like-
tangible.
Like I used to work
materials.
with Client Liaison and their last stuff.
Fucking love
and
them.
I did all the music videos and helped on the live show and wrote a couple of songs on the album. And they just build a world and so much work.
Yeah.
It's like tons of work,
Yeah.
but it's so worth it.
Yeah, it's so
I remember
fulfilling.
I used to go to Client Liaison shows and it was the vibe in the room was like so mad. We'd do this thing. I thought someone else had invented it, but I think I did. It was called Cli-fiving. You just run around the venue just high-fiving people. And I had friends that used to bring like old cell phones and wear big suits and like they had
Yeah.
these giant water coolers they bring on tour.
Did
It's
they
so
do?
vibes.
Did they do like handing out oysters to the crowd or something? Yeah.
That
Angus,
shit
our
ain't
bass
cheap,
player, went.
man. I'll tell you that much.
yeah.
That shit ain't fucking cheap.
I think Angus had one. He's like, oh, I don't know if that was really safe. Like, or maybe he went with his cousin or something. But just that type of
Oysters,
shit.
bro,
It's like that. Someone that was there. It's like, yeah, I went and I fucking ate an oyster off the stage. You know, that's cool.
Oh man, it's such a vibe. I love when people try.
Yeah.
Like I get so excited about music and life when people actually try and they do something cool.
Well, caring is cool.
Oh,
It's cool
fucking-
to put effort into something.
Oh, I get so pumped when I go to a show and someone's like thought about something as weird as like the smell or like just like doing a weird long intro with standing there or anything.
You can see when they're actually trying as well. And
So
it doesn't
fun.
always have to have a good reaction. Like the other day we played a probably shouldn't even talk about this show. But we played a show in a rural town, and I spent like the first 5 minutes reading Howl, Allen Ginsberg's
Fucking
Howl.
love Howl. I've
I
got a
read
copy of
Howl
it.
out to this
Yeah.
fucking crowd in the country, and it was just fucking crazy. It was like dead. Like they didn't, like nobody was having it, but I just kept committing to it. And it's like, yeah, you got to admire the bloke for fucking trying.
Just trying shit. It's
Just trying shit, you know. I care about performances. I think people should.
I love uncomfortableness on
Yeah.
stage.
It's also great.
when I did a
fucking
solo
awesome.
thing for a while, I just lean into that so hard.
Yeah, it's
just slightly creepy. Just a sense of like uncomfortable, like someone's like stuck in an elevator with you and you don't, are they talking? Are they going to communicate with you or not? Like
Yeah.
that whole thing. I love it so
Well,
much.
it's the whole New Zealand like comedy thing we were talking about before. It's very flat at the Concords. Like
It
that
is.
whole show is uncomfortable. People say Peep Show is uncomfortable. I think fucking Flight of the Concords is
Yeah.
way more
I love
uncomfortable.
Peep Show. I actually saw Flight and Concords when they were going to South by Southwest for that first time.
Oh, wow.
Because we were on the same South by
in Austin.
Southwest. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how they got their HBO special and then the show was from going to South by Southwest.
Crazy.
And I remember being in the airport. I saw Brett and I was like, he had another band. He had like a reggae band called the Black Seeds, and I was like, oh, you're taking the Black Seeds to Southwest? And he said, no, I've got this folk comedy duo. And you know when somebody tells like a terrible idea and you just go, yeah, that sounds awesome. Like, great stuff. Like, good luck with that.
And that was your thought, like, sure, mate. But
sweet. Like a folk comedy duo, and it ended up being the most successful thing to come out of New Zealand music for the last 20 years.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was around the same time as like Summer Heights High was popping off. I remember because that was filmed at my school.
Really?
At both of my schools.
I had a friend who was an instrumental teacher there, and I'd make jokes that he's Mr. G.
Yeah. Because I know he's coming back. I'm trying to get Chris on the fucking show actually, but
Theo Vaughan had. Chris
I
Lilly?
did fucking see that.
That's crazy. I haven't seen
and he
that.
wears Jonah shirts all the time. Theo does.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's insane. But I guess that does check out. It's kind of a similar style of humor.
It's weird to think of someone from overseas watching Chris Lilly and like what they would think of it.
But they do like it. Like they know for a fact that Americans do like that show. But it's also pretty weird that that's their like interpretation of like Australia as well. It's not too far off from it. But
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, going back to Client Liaison, like I wanted to ask you, what's the name of the video that you did? It was
I did a couple of the videos.
Big suit one.
Oh, right there. I did one where they're in an elevator called Elevator Up, where they're spewing and.
I think that's the one. Let me have a look. So I did write down the one. There's this one.
And there's one where they're robots.
Yeah. The robot suit looking thing. I was just wondering, how did those suits get made?
We got a person to make those. They're a costumer. They're amazing costumer. And they did it really fast as well.
I think it was Strictly Business.
Yeah. Strictly Business. We did these during the COVID times. We were able to make a lot of videos during the lockdowns because we had access to a COVID officer, so we could shoot. So I was shooting right through all the lockdowns.
Wow.
Nice.
And I spent a lot of time at Bunnings making things. So half of the thing with music videos for me is like building sets and shit like that is like
so
super
you're a
fun.
production designer as well.
Yeah, so I've made those. I've made the back things. The wind-ups,
winders.
but the suits were made by an incredible costumer.
And who did the choreography for them?
They just did it.
They're pretty damn good at it.
I've helped out with some choreography with them before. I have specialized dance moves around chairs. I can do chair dances.
Nice.
Right.
So I helped out Monty with that once, which I felt very proud of, at the back of the forum. I was like, we can find the right chair. We're like running around. You know how the forum has all of those like back rooms and stuff?
Yeah.
We're going to find the right chair. We worked on a chair routine.
Chair dancing at the back of the forum.
Yeah,
That's
so
so
fun.
Shit. Well, did you find any of those dead bodies that Conor was telling me about?
Is there dead bodies?
When we played there in September last year,
amazing.
we were talking to the
how was that?
Oh, it's the best show I've ever played.
Was
in
it
my life.
special?
Well, the thing is, it was the last show of the tour, and might I say, everyone was fucking on that night. And the tour is the show is so autonomous at that point, and Melbourne. It's not hometown. We're not from Melbourne, but the fact that like when you do forum and it's like, you get 100 guests and you fucking use them all, and you're like, all my family and my best friends are here, and this is fucking sick.
Oh, special, eh?
Amazing. Before the show,
Vinny
and I were chatting to the venue manager, and we're like, can we take a look at the other theatre? Because Forum 2 is there. And
the upstairs one.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Well, those seats were originally seats for the main thing. It's all one.
It's like the Palais or whatever. It keeps going.
And so we go in there, and I can't remember her name, but she was saying that the security guards will often leave the lights on in there because they're but in the 80s,
so stupid,
the projectionist for that second theatre, while they were working there, was an active serial killer, but they found out years later or something.
Is this actually true?
Apparently the projectionist the projectionist that used to work there was a serial killer.
Fantastic.
And also down the side, there's all the ornate stuff down the side.
Yeah.
There's like a abyss. And she was like, hey, if we got a bit of time before the show, we can go have a peek and you can go look down the side. And she said at one point there was like a bed set up down there with like a bedside table and a lamp, and it's like really eerie, and there's just old shit down there, and because no one goes down there, it doesn't get used, but you know, it's weird and creepy. And I think she was saying that security guards were like, we'll leave those lights on because there's fucking weird shit happens up there.
That's why I was wondering if you saw any like zombies when you were chair dancing.
So when you're running around, did you see anything weird? You know?
It's just funny because I just had a huge chat with a friend that's a film director that's really into the paranormal and has had a lot of experience with that.
See if they can get down the side of where all that stuff is. I don't know if there's anything still set up down there, but there could have been basically what, you know, in more benign way of discussing it. It's like there could have been people squatting there, you know, like that no one would know about because who goes down that side bit? There's no lights down there, and you know, like there's a single bed
people
set up.
Squatting in the forum is like not benign at all. Though.
Yeah,
that's great.
But that's kind of sick. Well, imagine if someone stayed there for 15 years and then able to say, "Yeah, now I own this place."
Yeah, true. Because a squat, I don't know what squat laws are like here, but in Europe, in Netherlands, like you can you can own a place by squatting there.
Crazy.
Yeah. That's where my parents met in a squat in Darlinghurst when it was all heroin.
Yeah,
really?
Wow.
Yeah, they had a whole hotel to themselves in Darlinghurst when it was all like being burnt down.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, in the early 80s when the punk scene was here.
Yeah, true.
They were squatters.
There's some crazy Melbourne law. I spoke about it on the last episode, but like even the Coburg Motor Inn. Do you know about that place?
No.
That's where Nick Cave's son overdosed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And that place is like, it's now defunct, but basically it's like a 1-star review place for like shootouts, drug deals, and families would come and stay a night in this place, but then they'd be like, what the fuck is this? And then they'd leave immediately. They wouldn't stay.
It's just got that vibe about it.
No, it is that vibe.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like,
So
like,
you mean a paranormal thing or
no,
or
like
just
like very grime core vibe.
Yeah, I love a dirty motel. There's a one in Corio. Do you know Corio?
Oh yeah. Oh,
I've shot.
wait, is it Corio Beach Motel? Is it that one?
Yeah. I shot a music
I don't want
video.
to.
No, go for it.
But we did a show. Oh man,
Did you stay there?
I didn't. I left.
Oh,
not because it
cannot
was
believe
fucking
you
weird, but
stayed there.
it was.
It's heavy
So
vibes.
we played a show with Northeast Party House in 2018 at. Do you know?
Love that shit, man.
Is it called Woolly Mammoth in Geelong, or the Wool Exchange?
Yeah.
In Geelong, and we played this show, and it was like, oh, let's just stay a little bit on the way back. And I went into this motel room, and I remember they had snakes on a plane.
That is the motel for the Young Shogun video.
Yeah, this is the motel, the Corio one.
No shit.
They had snakes on a plane on DVD, and we put it on and started watching it. And I had work at 9 a.m. back in Frankston, and I was like, all right, fuck yous, I'm going. And then I can't really remember if I'm remembering this right, but there was a lot of yelling and shouting and weird noises throughout the night that everyone else that stayed there was just shitting themselves about this place.
We shot a music video here, and I was really concerned about us being able to get away with shooting a music video. They were fine.
Yeah.
They were fine. They were concerned that we were running a meth lab or something, and as soon as they realized it wasn't that, they were very happy.
What's this? Like that wall, the textured.
I know.
Yeah,
I was so excited about textured wall. It's very hard. Doing video, you're always looking for anything that's not a bland white wall.
Yeah,
I've seen this video before. Actually, I've met Young Shogun a few times randomly at like house parties and shit.
He's dope.
He's cool. I wanted to get him for one of our songs, "The Happy Couples." Believe it or not, I was once in talks with him to like do a verse on it.
You probably didn't have to put those stains on that mirror, did you? They were just there.
I love Young Shogun, and I think he's one of the best out of Melbourne. This is an artist that we work with, Jacob Adam, that does like he's like worked a bit with the Fly Low guys.
Oh yeah.
And it's like associated with that scene, and so it's like he just does like heaps of like sound design and sampling stuff from like old movies and like tape destruction things, and he's got this whole like this whole like psychedelic Western noir whodunit murder mystery project.
Nice.
Where the first record came out only on vinyl, and it came with this like old Playboy magazine that's been torn up, and there's all these things written in it, and it's called like Who Shot Bill, and it's like you're trying to figure out who the thing is, and it's like developed. We've done a short film together, and it's like so fun because he does like all of this, like he'll build all of these like wild, intense backstories for everything, and
cool.
It's like so like hectic. I love it.
So what are your like cinematic influences though? Like who are some movie directors that you like?
I love like art things. Both my parents are artists, and I think that people always go, oh, do you want to go down the drama narrative thing? And then the idea of like making a movie about like being a sad man or something like that can be like so cringe, because I already do music and that's all sad man stuff.
Yeah.
So
I never thought about making a feature as sad man.
Do you know,
my mind goes there. That's like, oh, let's make a movie about.
If you make a movie, there'll be the sad man and there's the comeuppance at the end. But at the end of the day,
sometimes not.
It's so embarrassing because I think about writing a film in the same way that I would have been writing a song when I was like 13.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, these are my feelings. So I really like strange things and sort of like I suppose one of my favorite films is Holy Mountain.
Oh yeah, we used to screen all of what's the
Alejandro Jodorowsky.
Yeah. He like we used to screen his other the even weirder ones because Holy Mountain is beautiful.
Yeah. El Topo.
We used to watch El Topo in front of Eddie Gardens. They used to have an art house club.
Oh, I love it.
And that was a fucking freak out movie.
Should I play you a couple of scenes from?
Holy Mountain?
You've
never seen it.
I've never seen it. I feel like
we had a projection screen set up in the backyard, and we would stream it to all our friends during COVID. And I played Holy Mountain, and it upset a lot of people.
Wow.
There's a lot of like animal blood in parts, but like it's no different to being at like
in Fright
Mona
type.
or something, you know, like
he's the guy who would have was he the one that was going to direct Dali in the Dune? He was going to do a version of Dune.
The Dune documentary was amazing.
Yeah, it's a Dune movie that never got made.
Yeah, wow.
Starring Dali, which is fucking nuts in itself.
At the very end of the film, it gets more and more real, and they go to the top of this holy mountain, and there's this moment at the end where they've become more like normal people, and they come to the end, and then
oh my god,
he always does this shit where he goes bold at the end of the movie, and then it becomes grounded.
Yes, so
because he does it in El Topo as well.
Oh right, so at the very end of the movie, he's like, "We have reached the end. We have reached the top of the holy mountain, and now you must see that there is one more aspect of reality that we need to unveil. What you must know is that we are in a movie."
What?
And he stares at the camera and he says, "Zoom back camera."
No way. And is that actually what he fucking does?
Yep.
That's awesome.
El Topo was funded by John and Yoko.
Oh, wow.
I heard.
Really?
Yeah.
That checks out, actually.
But this guy is amazing. There's a documentary on, he was working on a version of Dune for like 30 years. And it's just all the storyboards and all him talking about it. And he speaks like everything he does, like he's like a cult leader. Everything is a spiritual journey. And his family is so tired of him. And he's so intense.
It's cool. The hat. So the reason I wanted to bring up the Holy Mountain hat is because my like mascot is always wearing it. So that's the actual hat that he's wearing. But also Pharrell Williams brought the hat to life and wears it on the regular.
Oh, really?
So it's a Pharrell Williams hat now. Yeah, he's the Holy Mountain hat.
It's this hat. It's
that fucking
so
hat.
legendary.
It's a legendary hat.
It's a wizard hat.
Yeah,
really.
It's true. This is like true auteur cinema though. Like
but yeah, I love feeling things, and I don't necessarily. I find like it's so weird how much movies have to stick to this like wild formula.
Yeah,
like music doesn't. No. Imagine if the only music we listened to was a real clear traditional pop format where it had the particular kind of intro, particular kind of first verse, particular pre-chorus. At a certain time, the second chorus had to introduce and resolve these things. Yeah. Like, the format for movies is so structured, right?
Yeah.
It's so, like, this idea of, like, I remember going to see the movie Drive, the classic thing, with a friend of mine that's a filmmaker, and he just, like, leaned over to me during the movie and he's like, typical second act. Yeah. And you're like, well,
the hero's journey, right? And how that structure is always the same. And I guess in songs it's not, because you can do whatever the fuck, but also there is a sense of the hero structure, though, even if the structure isn't there.
Yes, but it's so much more formalized.
Yeah.
In film, and if people feel uncomfortable at all, they'll switch off.
Yeah.
People they don't know what genre something is.
That's the beauty of what I was doing with my art house club. Was it the most popular club, in Melbourne? No. But we had 20 or 30 people who were film freaks who would sit down and watch movies that they actively didn't like because of the meditative qualities of just sitting through it. Because it's important to sit through stuff that makes you uncomfortable. It actually makes you a better person.
Well, you learn stuff as well from things you don't like.
Yeah.
And I think
it's a great way to become a better musician, is to listen to the shit you hate.
Yeah.
Don't just shun it, because if you're shunning it, you're never really understanding why you don't like it.
Echo chamber of anything is a killer of creativity and growth and stuff. So
even lots of people liking your stuff is a big problem as well. It's like, shit, everyone likes it, so there's nothing else I could do.
Yeah. Well, do you find a thing where people will they'll listen to, like, the most recent version of a genre, but they won't listen to the thing that influenced it? They'll be like, I want to sound like Wonder Horse or something like that.
But how did Wonder Horse get to where it is now?
Yeah, it's like particularly as a musician, going back to, like, getting a little closer to the source is, like, so useful.
Yeah.
It's so useful it's like you're getting a really processed version, the most recent one, and it's like can we try and taste the, like, rougher version and see you can there's some more nutrients in there.
If you go to the rougher version and then you make your own interpretation of that, then you kind of create another new thing that maybe someone will want to copy your shit after that, like it's it's good to go back to it. And I feel bad that a lot of times when I'm digging into music, it's all old stuff, and sometimes the other guys in the band will be like, oh, have you given this artist a good go? And, like, I feel bad when I'm like, nah, I haven't yet, like, because I'm most of the time when I'm actively listening to music, it's trying to dig through old shit or, like, tapes and stuff like that. Tape player doesn't work anymore.
You're still doing tapes.
Yeah, my car is no more, but that's...
Oh, we should definitely go into that. After this, we should definitely go into that on this party. That would be great. That was the night after I met you.
Yeah.
At the forum.
Yeah, my car.
What happened? What happened?
Are we going straight into it?
Before we go into that, that's fucking stupid. Yeah. The one thing I will say is that it's not just with music, it's with visual arts as well, and any art. Like Modernists and Mavericks, which is my favorite book, non-fiction book, is about the modernism movements, like Dave Hockney, Francis Bacon, Lucian Freud, and Paul Auerbach, I think. And so there's so many nuggets and gems that we can learn from these people in the 70s and 60s from reading one book. But a lot of people are just inclined to see what is in their immediate sphere and not go back and look at that. And you can go deeper than them as well. But I've always found it as, like, art is like passing the baton, Yeah. It's like a relay race. And you can get the I guess, like, direct contact from the first person who gives it to you, or you can go all the way to the back and kind of figure it out. There's so many hidden secrets back there that people just haven't, because of laziness. Like, it's the same reason people listen to a band single and maybe their top singles, and there's this part of your lizard brain that doesn't want to go into their catalog. It happens to me. It's like, I can't, there's no way all the other shit's going to be good, so I can't touch it. You know what I mean? That's wrong, because you need to go through it actively.
It almost feels like, I don't know if it's the case, I think it's more for people that have grown up more in the pop world, is that they're uncomfortable with sort of ugly voices.
Yeah.
And I love ugly voices.
We spoke about that too the other day.
They make me so happy, and I get really frustrated when I remember just playing. I've tried to play Smashing Pumpkins to so many people, and they just can't get past the vocal. And I'm like, it's
that's
dope.
That's it.
the
That's
charm.
him. That's
That's
the
where
charm.
it comes. And there isn't any other vocals like his.
No.
It's
The
such-
uglier you get, the more you are.
Yeah,
You know?
it's fucking sick.
It's like the same as that artist. Conan Mokasin.
Yeah.
He's got one of the ugliest. Well, on paper, it's one of the ugliest voices. But if you actually sit with it, and he does stuff with I think it's Blood Orange as well, who has a magnificent voice. Actually, their voices when they're both singing, they're not that dissimilar. But Conan goes out of his way to make it as hideous as possible. And then there's the inverse of that, which is how people look. Like Donny Benet is not the most attractive looking bloke that I've seen. But fuck, man, the guy can fucking deliver, when it comes to his vocals and his music.
The steez, man. The
Yeah,
steez.
it's the steez. I think it's confidence in how you are and in who you are, and that can be visual or that can be audio. Like if you're confident, you can have the most shit fucking voice. Tom Waits has a garbage fucking voice. He's blown it out as well. But man, like it's enthralling to listen to a Tom Waits record.
How hot is a man with a clearly not like the most photogenic face, but with mad confidence?
Oh yeah,
That is like
unstoppable.
That is an unstoppable force. It's actually like it's true. It's true. Like there's something, because it's easy to be confident if if you're like traditionally good looking. That's table stakes, like having like mad, like charismatic, romantic confidence with whatever you've got going on. That gives like aura.
I love Men at Work.
Yeah.
And like all those videos of Colin, like, his eyes are weird, and it's like, fuck yeah, like I love that is on show, and it's like, well, it's just him. That's just,
It's like pure confidence. I mean, even the new Lord video, like
So
I
good.
watched that and I was like, holy crap, because they're shooting from angles with lighting that's deliberately not, I don't know what the right word would be, but it's like not the most photogenic lighting. It's definitely not the most photogenic angle, and that's the whole point of it. And you're like, wow, like you're just so confident with yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. And fuck anyone who says anything otherwise, Because those are all just beauty standards that you're basically like breaking down, right? By not conforming to them.
Yeah, what is the Lord thing's really interesting.
a
I love
video.
I love the like lore building that she did around. Have you seen all the Rolling Stones videos where she's going through talking about her like cracked iPhone and
no,
stuff?
I haven't seen that.
And like the tape that's on her shoes. She's got like a whole world she's built around these like very normal things.
Yeah.
And she goes like super deep on the specifics of like the theology of her accepting having a broken iPhone and how that inspires her music. And it's like it's very Lord. I love it.
That's awesome.
Is the new
The
video
legend.
you're talking about the one where she's dancing in the dirt and stuff?
Who's
Yeah, I've
the
seen-
artist that does that all the time? Who's the artist that fills the room with the piles of dirt? It's the famous like
Dirt.
modern artist.
Like an actual visual.
Yeah, it's
Conceptual
a conceptual artist that fills rooms with dirt. That's the reference.
You mean like, is that the one that, it's not what the Tame Impala like latest album is,
It's also,
right? It
yeah,
is that
yeah,
artist?
yeah, yeah.
Because I get it confused with the Chili Peppers Californication artist who does it with windows.
Yeah.
The one with like,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
That's not a painting.
Yeah.
Like California, that's like a real sunset.
Oh.
But it's not the same guy. It can't be. There's probably a window guy and then there's a dirt guy.
Yeah.
the dirt
Or
block.
gal, I don't know. But yeah, the Tame Impala Sand, what's that fucking album called?
Slow Rush.
Slow Rush, yeah. Yeah, that's him. That would be the Slow Rush artist. What's his name?
Walter de Maria. Yeah.
Earth Room. New York Earth Room.
And there's different ones. Some are sand. I love the mud ones.
Oh, wow, that's great,
hectic
yeah.
as well. Oh, I'd hate
I'm sure
that.
she was referencing that as well.
Yeah. Very fun.
Again, going back to the source, right?
I
Same
love-
kind
yeah.
of concept.
Yeah, I want to do something with something like that. I'd be sick.
So
Just filling it. I wanted to fill our backyard with sand for a party. I realized that it only costs like
beach party.
$300 to get like 20 tons of sand.
You have to get it out.
I know.
You'll never get it out.
Yeah, it's like we could turn our whole backyard into a beach.
Portable
Because
beaches.
there's so many things you do that with music videos. You just realize, okay, how much broccoli per kilo? Like we can get a lot of this or whatever it is. You just figure
You go
out
to
a
wholesale.
Right,
Wholesaler.
actually, yeah. excess, right?
Yeah. Excess is a quantity to itself.
Yeah.
Excess is an art form as well.
Quantity has a quality all of its own.
Oh, that's deep.
I don't know who said that. That's a thing. That is actually a thing.
So wait, and now we can talk about your story.
Yeah, your car. The tape player car.
So
Our story technically, because I was very much a prominent character in this, but
I'm gonna do the whole narrative,
Blow by blow?
But I'm gonna move fast so we can get to the good part.
Sure.
So we were leaving, and Dan was like, "I could go a hot chocolate or something," and we were all chatting about like, "Oh yeah, I could go a hot chocolate," but look at the time, it's 12:30 or something.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Fuck this, and I'm like, "Look, I'll get a Macca's hot chocolate, but our drummer doesn't do Macca's, anything." Vin was like, "No, I wouldn't do that." Dan's like, "Oh, let's go 7-Eleven or something." I'm like, "Dude, I don't want to walk anywhere. I want to go."
Oh yeah, because that is important. Because that's why this shit happened.
Yeah, I want to go. But this is important because this is why it happened. And I was like, it's an hour drive home at 12 o'clock at night. So I take down to his place. We pull up at the front of his apartment, and I flex my reverse parking in my 25-year-old Honda Civic.
You even park, because I said to him, we've already had our goodbye chat. So why don't I just jump out? He's like,
I was like,
you want to cut it off here?
I was like, we'll probably have a bit more of a chin wag, like surely.
Yeah,
and
so you reverse, you paralleled into it.
And I'm parked in this spot. I've got a car in front of me, a car behind me. All of a sudden, this station wagon just like blocks me in.
What?
And someone starts like barking at me, going
in a snapback cap.
Some dude in a snapback starts going, "Mate, like your car's unregistered, you gotta get out your car." And I'm thinking, who's this dude in a snapback telling me to get out the car?
And his mate as well, right?
Yeah, and his mate, there's two guys there, and they go on and barking like, "Nah, trust me, we're doing you a favor. If you have a crash, you're not covered by TSE. Imagine if a police officer pulled you over on the way home." And he's saying this, and then he's going on, and I'm not giving him any info. And I'm like, "Nah, dude, I'll just drive home and I'll sort this out tomorrow," right? And he says here, "Your car's been unregistered since October last year." And I'm going, and then I look at him, I go, "Who the fuck are you?"
He goes, "Can I just ask one question?" He goes, "Just out of interest, who are you?"
Who the fuck
and
are
I
you?
lost my shit because it's obviously cops. I fucking start cackling, bro.
Then they like put the cop lights on.
He goes, "We're cops."
So they were trying to help you out.
Yeah,
they
but
were
they
like
didn't
trying to give you
They didn't say they were officers. They just come up and the guy starts
I
barking.
thought they were like members of the neighborhood watch.
So they were trying to give you like a heads up to maybe like not.
Yeah, and then
That's kinda nice
and then the
of
guy
them.
put the lights on, and I go, "All right, do you understand why I just wasn't responding to you when you were yelling questions at me?" And he's like, "Oh, that's right. Sometimes we forget that we're unmarked." I was like, "Okay, cool, whatever." But then I was like, "Look, I've got an hour drive home. Can I just go home?" They're like, "No, dude, trust me. Just get an unregistered vehicle permit. We're not going to book you. Just
Holy
get
shit.
out and get a cab home and just like come pick up your car tomorrow." I wish I just did it then, because I could have been able to. I could have had the thing on my phone. But basically, car was expired rego for too long. I have to get it roadworthy. It's not worth.
That sucks.
It's not worth how much it costs,
I'm
and
so
the car
sorry.
has to. I robbed myself of running this car into the ground.
Or because he wanted to have a chin wag.
Or because
And-
we had a chat. But the thing is,
But yeah.
if we had stopped and gone and got a hot chocolate, maybe that wouldn't have happened. That's
Well, it wouldn't have happened.
yeah.
And that's like synchronicity shit. But rather than go to that, I just think it's really like, I think the call I made as well to the cops is crazy.
the cop goes, "Oh, maybe ask your mate if he's got a bed inside."
Spare a few beds for your mates to crash on. And I think I said like, not for them, but if you guys want, or some stupid shit like that. And I don't think they like that.
It was just so funny that like some dude in a snapback is telling me my car's unregistered, as if he wouldn't have said, "Hey, Vic Police." First, I'm going, why is this guy telling me my car's unregistered? Like, surely he's a cop. I'm trying to look at the car, trying to spot the antennas and that, like, while I'm chatting to him. But
I've
now
had,
I can't play tapes. That's where that goes.
I've had my I've had it done twice the day after it expired.
Yeah, well, that's the
And
thing.
it's like $1,200 bucks.
Because they have
the amount-
they have monitors. Like if you go to it's happened to me actually the day after too. They have how do you say this? The people at the Caltex can set off an alarm straight to the
way.
cops.
They can.
Because they can tell that your shit's
No.
expired. Once it happened to me,
Why the Celtics people care?
and I paid for it. I don't know, mate. I don't know what commission are the
And
Caltex people getting on
I
it.
think they do it for like stolen cars. They
Because
have
like
the
so
access.
you can't just like steal fuel, I guess. But and either way, like that all happened. I went out on a night out, came back home, was parked in my driveway for 20 minutes, and then a cop car came and like stood next to me, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I already know why you're here, and I've already fucking paid it. Here's the proof." And they're like, "Oh, I guess we'll fuck off then." Yeah, that's what they do.
So
yeah.
the cop drove to your house.
Yeah.
They
to
find
do
you. The guy would have been, I don't know, like on a mission, fucking Ubering all around the northern suburbs to make it back south side.
Here's the thing,
To
though.
fucking do me.
In my situation, I've been driving on the toll roads to the airport every week.
Yeah.
Like every week for 6 months.
The tolls are a private company.
But still, like all these public roads filling up at petrol stations and driven, like driven
Yeah.
near offices so many times. And everyone I know, like you said, the day it expires,
Yeah.
they get done.
Yeah.
And it happened to our bass player as well. Day it expired, they're like,
They get a
"Mate, you're done."
notification and they go for you, basically.
And the
yeah.
thing is, I've been driving around for 6 months, like,
You've been.
I got
you've
6
had it
months
so
free
good
reg
for so long.
But yeah, and then it just that night,
Damn.
it was such a pain.
Even toll roads, I think my mate told me, toll roads were supposed to not be a thing anymore. There was actually a period where it was supposed to stop.
Really?
And somebody made a decision, like somebody in the government went, you know what? Fuck it, extend it for another 5 years. Yeah, it was supposed to stop. Like, we weren't supposed to have tolls anymore.
I bought a new car and didn't change over my e-tag to the new
Oh,
car.
you're
because
fucked.
you got the
got
admin
up
fees.
And I moved house at the same time. And so I didn't know until I had $5,000 worth of fucking...
Yeah.
I haven't paid those. I'm not paying that shit.
No,
Yeah, something will happen to you eventually, but I don't know what.
Yeah. I'll make a deal with them at some point.
Yeah.
A private deal.
Get part of your catalogue.
No, they'll give you a deal. Like
give him some of the stuff
fuck
on
it,
the
I'm
walls,
not paying
man.
that. That's bullshit.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but now because I would go to op shops and I'd just go suss the tape area and just go,
Legendary.
fuck it, that looks weird.
So good.
Man, I got this sick as pan flute album. It is so sick. And I remember I was listening to, when you're a teenager and you listen to something that's not pop or hip hop, that all your peers think you're fucking weird. I had this Middle Eastern tape that I just thought was so sick. The way how the strings, like the string ensembles, because there's so much just drone
Microtonal stuff.
Yeah, but then in like the old Bollywood films and that, how huge the violins sound. It's just like this like cutting sound. And I'd be playing this record like, this is fucking sick, and people be like, oh, what are you listening to this shit for, and because we're 18 and I'm trying to stretch my palate, and then give someone a lift home from school and they're like, oh yeah, Conor just plays weird shit in his car all the time. But I like looking something about it is inspiring, because when you find something weird, you go, well, this is something I don't hear normally. How can I put this in my stuff and then show it to more people and let people know about it?
I think it's one of the only ways to find new sounds now.
Yeah.
Is end up finding something from another culture.
Yeah.
Like I'll hear something, I'm like, fuck, it's like actually a new sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, that's traditional Korean opera.
Yeah.
That they've mixed in, and you're like, oh, okay. Usually.
We're still very westernized in our palette, As experimental as Radioheady is one can get, we're still very like, I'm not saying that's experimental music, but sometimes it is.
Do you like Daniel Johnston?
Of course.
Yeah.
The original like outsider thing.
Original outside with the artwork as well, the Captain America.
Kurt Cobain's the reason that a lot of people who would normally not fuck with that, because he had that list. It was like my favorite 100 artists, and Daniel Johnston was like number 5.
Do you know Daniel Johnston?
No.
Can I tell you a story about Daniel Johnston?
Go on.
So he was he had a vision that he would be the 5th member of the Beatles, and then he would reform the Beatles when he was like a child.
Is that so? Wow, I didn't know that.
Like, no, but there's this whole thing. It's in the documentary. There's a really great doco called The Devil and Daniel Johnston.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which is like fire. It's like so
Is it the one where he's trying to grab shit from the top shelf and he like falls? I just remember that. That's the only thing I remember. Is like,
there's like a lot of crazy scenes in it. Daniel, it's very talented. Someone living with like finds it hard to do life without carers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But just like gifted, like mad gifted in drawing and in music, but in a way that he's like building his world. And he had this whole universe in which Captain America and Casper the Friendly Ghost and this girl that he met once that he's obsessed with, Laurie or something like that.
That's how it goes.
It's like part of that, but he was working at McDonald's in Austin, Texas, and he was living in the basement of like a relative's, and he had a little cassette machine, but it couldn't do duping, couldn't double. It would just be a one cassette thing and a little organ and a microphone, and he'd make this album, and people would come into the McDonald's, he'd say, do you want an album? And then he would give them the album, and then he'd go home and re-record it. So there ended up being like 80 different. Imagine that. Every time you give someone an album, you have to go back and record the whole album again. Insane. And so it just got known for this. And he ended up making this. He got kind of picked up by the guys from Pavement, were interested, and then famously, Kurt Cobain wore his T-shirt with "Hi, how are you?" Frog man on the front cover of the Rolling Stone.
Yeah,
but there's one song that is like worth listening. There's like really, it's called "Love Will Find You in the End."
That's what I was gonna say. The ultimate song about fate.
I love going on deep dives on like just people who are just like putting their lives out into the world and no one's looking.
Yeah,
and they're just in their car doing whatever they're doing. Do you know what I mean? And it's like I get to be there with them. The voyeur aspect of like just the strangest, most fascinating, beautiful, sad people that I spend so much time obsessing over.
Yeah.
Like I collect it so hard. And it's like, it feels like art. It feels like the greatest art form of our era is just people putting things out into the void and me being able to view it. Yeah. It's sad. It's strange. It's kind of dark, but it's so beautiful because like before media was full of like very polished things and full of like you'd only see the parts of the world and other parts of people's lives that they wanted to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Now it's like
you get the full nitty gritty. Even with commercial artists, you see that kind of ugliness because you have to always post. Yeah. So you run out of shit that you're gonna fucking talk about. So eventually you do see the nitty gritty. Like, oh fuck, he doesn't look as happy as he.
But how more charismatic is like just a strange man that's doing nunchucks in his living room? Do you know, like
Divorced Dad? Yeah. Divorced Dad's like he's been on the podcast like 3 times. Yeah. He's the OG. He's one of the
episode 1.
To be honest, he's episode 2, and he's also episode like 18, and actually he's coming back. I was gonna get him to sit in on this one. I was gonna rock up to your house with him, but he's in New Zealand at the moment. Again, or New Zealand hero,
legend,
master of his craft, whatever that craft may be.
Yeah.
And that's what, he's the pinnacle of the method acting. Yeah, but I speak to a lot of people like that. And then also a lot of avant-garde artists who are classically trained but do avant-garde music. And they all just kind of fall into that same kind of umbrella. Is this art? But it is.
I think that, oh man, like if you could put just like videos of people reviewing different Oreo flavors in their cars in an art gallery, it's just so good. Like
I often think about like if an alien came to Earth and said, "Show me something," and just like imagine all the shit that you could show them that they would just like they would be like, why the fuck do you guys do this?
Yeah.
Here?
Well, that's what the golden disc that was sent to the moon was, right? It was a golden disc that had Bowie on it and some other shit and some weird shit on it too. There's some weird shit on it, but I don't know what else. I don't think it has Daniel Johnston.
Imagine showing an extraterrestrial being, this is this thing called TikTok that people just waste their time on.
Yeah. But say for instance, like, you know, the found footage guys, found footage festival dudes.
Oh,
They're legends online. They find like old VHSs of like dating VHS. You've probably seen like, my name is Harold and I love to walks along and no fatties or whatever. This crazy shit that they say on those things.
Crazy.
But like, our world is just full like of a billion versions of that now.
Yeah.
Like there's so much like, as an artist, there's just so many things to like gain influence from.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
we're spoiled.
the staring out into the cafe and looking at all the people. I just think that we're overwhelmed with the amount of it. But taken in small quantities, it's so beautiful.
I agree. And even if you look at Andy Warhol's like, I'm eating a burger or whatever like Andy Warhol eats a burger. That's just him eating a fucking burger.
Yeah.
Still art, you know what I mean? And it's still ridiculous. Like when Shia LaBeouf or whatever the fuck his name is did it, it wasn't that cool. But when Andy Warhol fucking ate that burger, fuck yeah. I was in.
Yeah, but I think the thing that's gross is the fake realism, the fake vulnerability online is the part that I think we find disgusting.
Yeah.
I think people just being like themselves in their most exposed, strange way is beautiful. Does it make sense?
Very vulnerable though.
Yeah.
The fakeness means that you're prepared for the hate. You're prepared for the comments.
Yeah.
But if you're really vulnerable, man, you're gonna get all sorts of shit. It's interesting. Like even like divorced dad, he doesn't really get, or he's told me he's gotten hate, but like he doesn't really get those types of comments that you would expect if this was like Facebook 2010. Instagram is a different kind of platform. It can be really rude to some.
Yeah.
Really rude. It can be the worst sort of bullying to some.
Oh, I see a lot of that.
Or and you see it and there's no moderation.
No moderation.
It's almost like the platform profits off of, bullying because there is some crazy shit. But also there's some, if an artist is doing the content that's repetitive and the audience is now no longer fazed by it, it's found to be endearing, and then suddenly they have these little communities and little roles that they have. Yeah, it's great actually. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, my only fear is like, I guess as somebody who's putting out music, you always worry that you're going to end up unintentionally being that person. You know what I mean?
Being what person?
Being the kind of person who thinks your shit is great in a particular light. It might be great in another way, in an artistic way, but not in the way that you intended. And that is always, I actually think it can be very harmful to the creative process to be conscious of that, because it means that you're limiting yourself already to an audience that doesn't really exist yet. Yeah.
I would find it so strange how do people present their online face and how they compartmentalize it, because it's not them. Do you know what I mean? Like for a lot of people, the way they present themselves in the communications online is so different to how your interactions with them in
most
real
people
life.
are not at all the way they are online at all.
Do you know what I mean? And it's the flex culture thing.
Yeah.
But not only that, it's like they're expressing a different part of them, and you wonder, is that the real, which was the real with them? Do you know what I mean? Like, is the ranting online, is that the true them that's coming through?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Is it performative?
But it's what's weird when people, like when you're a musician, you've got a reason to be on there. What I find really strange is when people really treat their brand, but they don't have anything to sell. Because like we have to do social media for art reasons. But people who don't have to do it, but they're doing it. It's like, why? You've got the freedom. You don't need to be like,
that's an
flex
interesting
posting.
Thought. Yeah.
I guess the very notion of putting yourself out there in any way is a flex, right? It's like, this is me. It's like, but then what's the motivation behind doing it? I don't know. Maybe people just are quite lonely and they feel that they want to have that community, right? At all costs. I mean, if you're going to review like Oreo flavors in the car, like, I guess you'd want somebody else with you, right? True love.
It feels compulsive, a lot of the stuff that people do online, right?
Yeah.
It feels like a compulsion.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're compelled, but I mean, you're compelled to do so many things online that you probably wouldn't do normally. Even gonna go into like dopamine levels of just like the adrenaline rush of looking at a new notification. Like that shit's not healthy.
Yeah, but
Like-
I don't have it. Never had, and it was it's always felt so foreign. And I know it's like such a big part about music, but
Yeah.
it's like at least I felt during COVID was like how much people's mental health journeys became a form of advertising, and it became like that sucked.
Yeah.
Because the biggest responses they got were posts about how they were feeling this very vulnerable way, and then it became like a form of promotion for their singles and shows, and it's like, oh, that's a warped thing. I need to post more about my mental health to get some more traction on my social media. That's a dark moment.
that's
but I feel
not
like
healthy.
that era has like has left, which is good.
Yeah, I don't think I was even aware of that era.
Well, that was happening.
That's
No,
wild.
especially
That scale.
during the lockdowns. There was,
during lockdowns, yeah.
there's a lot of that, and yeah, lockdown's a weird time for the arts.
Yeah.
Just like because so many people just gave up, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, because it seemed like, what's the point
Yeah.
when you couldn't do anything? So
Well, that's nearly what I did. Like I quit my old band, which he knew about as well, which is weird. And then I quit that band and then started this one, you know, because I needed to make a COVID-proof band.
Heaps of people started new things.
Yeah,
There was tons of time. They basically paid for people to be unemployed and start things for a little while.
yeah.
that's
There was
literally
a-
what the name of my band came from, being
Yeah.
a dole man shop.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, take
There was
the government money
when I
and
was-
fucking make bangers. Like,
When I was a kid, the first there's a dole in New Zealand for the artists. It was called the Artist Allowance. This is like next level shit, where you got the dole and you only had to look for jobs if they were in your artist related. So I lived
it's
in a
similar
small-
in Europe as well.
Yeah.
People over
Yeah.
there who are on the dole are seen as kings.
Yeah.
Creative kings, you know?
Yeah.
And people here who are on the dole are seen as scum.
Yeah, so in New Zealand, I remember I'd go to the dole and they'd be like, you have to look for jobs as a bass player,
Oh no,
as a songwriter. No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
It just basically said that they were like, the
Well, that's
vibe
the
was
whole
like
point. That's what it should be.
you're too sensitive and strange to have a functioning life
You know what they
outside of
said to
this.
me when I was doing stuff on
Beautiful.
the dole?
It's
They'd say to
beautiful.
me like, they'd be like, oh, I want to make a job. Can I work in what I've studied, like film and TV? No. Can I work as a graphic designer, which is what I'm already doing? Should I apply for jobs as a graphic designer? No, don't do that. I'm like, why? And it's just like people don't find those kinds of jobs here, and I always thought that was so weird. I'm like, why not? Like, how do you want me to get off this thing?
Where
Yeah.
did you start in art? So where's your art beginnings?
My art background? I did a Bachelor of Fine Art where I kind of discovered my particular style. And a lot of it was like conceptual learning rather than... I always wanted to be a painter, but then I never learned how to paint until my keyboard player, Lucy, taught me. But I wanted to learn how to paint, didn't learn how to paint, failed an abstraction assignment,
Yeah.
a Jackson Pollock one, and then
Yeah.
from that point I quit. I dropped out of my fine arts degree 2 years into it.
Yeah.
And that was my
Were you
origins.
drawing and doing cartoons before then? And like, were you a kid
Nah,
that
not-
drew all the time, or?
No, not really. I tried to draw manga in the library maybe twice.
Yes.
And I guess I've drawn like really shit crude, everyone draws crude
Yeah.
shit. Not crude shit, crude drawings. No, wait, that doesn't actually help, like, like line work and shit.
yeah.
I love doing that stuff.
But I didn't have like, I've seen the stuff that you put out as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, it's cool.
I haven't done it for ages, but yeah,
It's
I
good
enjoy-
and it's pure. I mean, it's just like looking at that drawing right now, the Daniel
Yeah.
Johnston one. It's just like pure him.
yeah.
He's not trying to be anybody else. He's not trying. That's not commercial art. That's just
Mm.
for him and his expression. And so I would say it was uni. But my first band was just an outlet for me to draw album covers.
Fuck
The
yeah.
entire concept of the band was that I would just be able to exhibit my
Give me a
art.
sec. I'm going to find you some old art books.
Yeah,
I used
please
'cause
do.
In the studio, all I would do is draw. I used to travel around with a little watercolor set on tour.
Cool.
There's a little pen that you can fill with water.
Oh,
I
sick.
used to draw in it, and I'd take it on. I'd take it on tour, and I'd like write lyrics and write and draw shit while we're in the studio. And this is where the all that stuff came from
Oh no shit!
for the Truth of the World.
And for the other ones too, right?
Yeah,
As well.
yeah. But
That's really cool, man.
But it's like shit like that in the studio. See if I think there's some stuff later. I think it might have. No, it's probably too early. But this is the idea of the stage and shit. It's so funny. But just that idea of like compulsive drawing as part of your process.
It's a big deal. Like I do.
Like art and music being connected to me is like so.
Well, they are.
They're so connected, and it's so interesting because like a lot of musicians do not think visually, and that's totally fine. Like like people approach music so different.
Yeah.
Like I think I come at it from like story before sound.
Okay, true.
I come at it from like name, title before music.
Sick. That's so fun.
Which is kind of strange if you really analyze that. It's like, why would that be the thing?
Yeah, but that was the.
Well, see, I think I'm different
Nazi
again.
thing.
I think I'm sound first.
Yeah,
So,
totally.
I've become that way now, but it took me 8 years of playing music to get there.
Yeah, just funny. I just remember that I found this the other day. But
It's
just
really
like
cool.
being in the
It's all the
studio.
concept art.
Yeah, it's all the concept stuff. But yeah, funny. I just love the idea of coming up with music just so you can do art.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's so fun.
Well, there's that old expression. I can't remember which person said it, but it's like your band is like your gang, you know, and it has its own world and it has its own like languages and looks and you know and drawings and art, and it is like bigger than just being in a band playing music.
Yeah.
Like The Garden, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys have their own language. Those guys have their own universe that they live in, and they make music in that universe.
Who's The Garden?
It's
You
two
don't know The
twins.
Garden?
I remember the first time I saw him, I didn't really know much about him, and I was watching it. I didn't really get it. But I'm glad I saw that show because coming to love them afterwards, it was like fuck
Well,
yeah. I'm glad I got to see that.
into their own. But these guys are a rare example of supermodels that are also incredibly talented.
Oh, I know these.
Yeah,
I know that. I've
they're-
seen things with them.
They got this Chainsaw the Door is also a great song.
They've got bangers after
How
bangers.
crazy is that 808?
Yeah, the music's like kind of fucked, but in the best way.
I saw them for the first time opening for Mac in Vancouver.
Sick.
And they're just a two-piece, and they were like, he was doing backflips off of his drum stool.
Yeah,
Because they're very much into like,
just a two-piece.
yeah, and they're very much like a jester group. Like they are like they're clowns, you know.
Yeah,
but not in like an insane clown posse kind of way, but in kind of like a cool way. They
Yeah.
brought it back. They've made it cool to be clown again.
Yeah, no, they're cool.
How good is like taking like a really dumb idea and then trying to do it as well as you can?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do that. That's
like-
everything I
That's
fucking
like
do. Is that.
literally so much good shit is like on paper so bad,
Yeah,
and it's how much you delivered it.
It's
and
all
like
impractical
refined
at first until you defy that. Yeah,
you've seen the music video for The Mission.
I fucking love it. I was showing it to my mate the other day.
It looks like a Jerry Springer type
Yeah.
set. Yeah, it's
That was crazy. Oh, what?
Honestly, they're
I've
it's
seen this.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've already liked it. Always wanted to do a talk show music video.
yeah.
Honestly,
We had
So
this
bad,
as a.
like a. Like,
I think maybe we had this as a reference when we made a music vid together. I think.
oh yeah, you did. This is the reason why I liked it.
Probably, yeah.
For a while, I wanted to do your video as a infomercial. I've
Yeah.
been trying to do an infomercial music video for a while with like if the artist is charismatic enough to do like them running a bunch of mad infomercials.
Have you done it yet?
No,
Oh shit! Duly noted.
we should do it.
We have a song called "What's the Price?"
Oh, fuck, yeah. And just like run it all. Because I did a like a live stream with Client Liaison that was like purposefully bad for like KFC, where it was all this a bad blue screen, like running a streaming thing where like I just put all of these like animated dinosaurs over the whole thing until the whole stream crashed. I kept like spamming dinosaurs until it and fire emojis
That's
until the whole
amazing.
thing crashed. But I just love like bad TV aesthetic is so fun.
Well, have you ever switched on Channel 31 recently?
Oh, we're gonna go into Channel 31. All right, let's do it.
No, I
what's
just remember Channel. You know Channel 31.
Yeah, I mean like the local access
Community,
TV.
Yeah.
public access. Yeah.
I remember one time just like switching. It was probably a Friday night or something, and I switched on. It was maybe 1 a.m. and there was a show where I think this guy he reviews like new board games and stuff like that. And he like ran through like a whole playthrough of this Samurais and Ninjas like figurine game. And like as far as seeing, just like switching on my TV and seeing something that a dude has filmed on a fucking camcorder on TV, like 2 years ago, maybe I saw it. I thought this is so fucking great. Like I would watch this guy's show every week, just like because there's the awkward silences and they're like, it's I don't know what the show is called. I wish I did because I would be fucking so. Because like
Channel 31 isn't something that people really talk about. I don't think anyone's ever brought that up on any podcast, even though it is our public access and you can go onto it. That place is like the outsider equivalent
100%.
of it. And actually, one of our biggest episodes was with what's his fucking name? The guy on the treadmill. And he came from public access television. Oh, what's the guy that paints on the... Mr. Let's Paint. And he's like a friend now. And yeah, Mr. Let's Paint is the guy who inspired Eric Andre. He's the guy who inspired Zach Galifianakis. He's painted both of them. But yeah, this is the origins...
I've not seen this.
The origins of public access in America, basically. And now
amazing.
TikTok is the new public access. But we still have Channel 31, and it's as raw as it always was.
It's kind of like going into your friend's dad's garage and he's got a hobby and he's showing it to you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he's into trains and you just enter this world and he's like monologuing. It's so cool.
Well, that's
like
that's what TikTok is now, right?
Yeah.
It's public access. Instagram Reels are public access television.
Yeah, I watched this guy called Russ Eats.
Oh yeah,
legend.
dude.
All right, guys, and he's got this like hair
righto.
behind the thing. Righto.
No,
and he
he's
just
good.
reviews different Vegemite flavored chips and
I actually
different oat milk.
I learnt shit from him. He like did a whole video about whether the ice cream or the chocolate you're eating is actual chocolate or not, and what to look out for. He goes like, no, this is like whatever they fucking make up. It's not real cocoa or whatever. He goes, blah, blah. On this ice cream, it's real chocolate. On this one, it's not. And I'm thinking, as if I learnt something. He'll have a whole collection there, junk food graveyard, where it's like, do you remember these snacks?
Oh, yeah.
And then he rates them, and he's like, oh, someone was telling me do these ones. I never ate them, but like, what's he say? He's like, oh, but it looks like a fucking treat. Like that's his thing for something's good is that's a treat.
Like,
I think he's
that's my
great.
heroine. Like that's my heroine.
He
This
does
stuff. I was the kid that like read dictionaries and goes through like when just Wikipedia forever. Like just having access to infinite information is my heroine.
Yeah, nice.
And I will spend all of my time on Russ Eats,
Yeah,
going
Russ
through
Eats is
different
good.
versions of Tim Tams
Yeah.
for the rest of my life.
Do you know the snare drummer? The Japanese snare drummer?
Oh, the guy that played he's played at the Toad.
Yeah,
actually.
I went and saw him. It was
no
fucking
shit.
amazing.
He
It
just
was
like,
the
beats
best.
the shit out of his snare.
Yeah.
And he's like on the ground.
His name's like Dr. Kiyasu or I can't
I'm a
remember
big
his first
Japanese
name.
rock
But
avant-garde fan, so that checks out.
he's like an amazing drummer. He's been in this band that's done a lot of touring and that, but he does more shows just him and his snare drum and a microphone.
Oh.
And he'll like the microphone's like an instrument as well, you know. He
Rubs it on things and
like
stuff?
yeah, but
Nice.
then at the end, you know, there's no talking during the show. Everyone just sits and watches this guy put a snare drum on a table and just go fucking berserk for 25 minutes. Like I remember seeing at the Tote the lineup, like there's got a thing on the wall and it was like, yep, he's going to play from 9:30 to 10:30.
Yeah.
He got on at like 9:31 and got off like 15 minutes later, and that was it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck yeah, this is the best $13 I've ever spent. It was like the crowd getting when you find those like niche things and you're there and you get to see it in the flesh. You go, I can't wait to tell everyone about this. And I tell everyone about this snare drum gig I went to. And I remember telling my dad, and he's like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's fucking, it was exhilarating. It was such an...
Why? So like, why? Explain why.
Because it was like, one, it's funny because it's funny because it's just a guy on a snare drum, but also the energy of the crowd, like hyping him up.
Yeah.
And then like just this all round appreciation that happens at the end of it of, you know, he's like, thank you so much. You know, I'm on the other side of the world doing this, and we're like, we got to see this for 25 minutes, and it's just, yeah, fucking, it was great.
No, I mean,
I think I saw it the week after I saw you guys play with Al Carlson.
Oh yeah, I remember that was around the same
Yeah.
time
And
that he came, because I know, even though I don't know who he is and I've never listened to his music, I know exactly who you're talking about. And even Let's Paint, I saw him before I had him on the show in Melbourne.
Oh, did you?
Doing a Let's Paint, and I didn't even know how the fuck I knew about him. And he got flown over here. Yeah, I think there is like a really good industry for being a micro niche celebrity. But I think what interests you about the snare drummer is like, it's probably harkened back, to like a more primal thing. Like, if you know the band Hanatarash or Boredoms, the guys who drove forklifts into the back of their gigs and like would break the forklift, and like it was like very dangerous. It was the origin of danger music.
Yeah,
But
nice.
then Gigi Allen and stuff. It always gets brought up on this show for some fucking reason. Doesn't even
Gigi
matter
Allen.
the guess. Oh wait, yeah, Gigi Allen every fucking third episode.
That's very you.
Reverse, no, I hope not. Fuck that guy.
I know.
But
Piece of shit, eh?
yeah, piece of shit.
Yeah.
But
But like iconic, obviously. And, like,
Well, yeah, but he's not even the
I
OG.
know.
But he's definitely the guy who took it to its most
'cause he did-
illogical conclusion.
because he also did those things on like the Ricky Lake show and shit like that.
Yeah.
But
That
it's
shit
so
was
funny.
not too dissimilar from what we were watching before.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
kind of vibe. He's just composed. Pretty sure he's still covered in shit, on that show.
Yeah.
Um,
The shit. Why is shit always the thing? Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I
It's,
haven't found an artist that's doing shit. If anyone wants to start a new micro niche trend, then that's probably
No,
it.
I wonder if this whole
is
thing,
great.
this obsession with like trying to find like new flavors in art and music that we all have, this like hunger for uniqueness that you're like searching the fucking searching in the couch crevices for like something that's going to feel that rush of newness is a bit like, I've got friends that are like really into going to like fine dining, like gastro, like they can't just enjoy like good food. It has to be like an experience.
Yeah.
And it feels like, I wonder whether I've like ruined my taste for music.
Dopamine receptors.
Yeah, for music, because like you've got this thing where you're like, and I love pop and I love everything, but you're just after that feeling of that newness, right? And something strange, something to surprise you. You're so desperate to be surprised.
Yeah.
And it's like, then you have to remember that for other people, that's not the case, right? That
Yeah.
this is not normal.
Yeah, well, it's like some people, or for a lot of people, that the art is just that passive thing. It's like, it's the music in the background, it's the
True.
TV on so I can fall asleep. Like it's that shit.
Yeah.
But
True.
like
That's such a good
not,
point.
It's like, that's not why the movie was made, so that you can sleep through it. But the thing is that there's people that you want to find that thing and consume it the way it was intended.
That's true.
And
You wanna-
everyone
you
has
wanna
their own
have
thing that they like.
You want to have something that you can give your full attention to.
Yeah.
100%. And apparently I'm actually really annoying to be around when it comes to that stuff, because I can't listen to music in the background. I'll listen to podcasts, I'll listen to talks, because if I'm listening to music, I do tend to pay too much attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I drive around in silence a lot.
Raw dogging it.
Yeah, and people go,
Ted Bundy style.
People's like, that's fucked up. It's like, yeah, but
No, it's not.
but
It
I'm
just
not
means you're
listening to.
comfortable with yourself.
I'm
If
not
you're
listening to
comfortable, then you
music
won't.
now. What if I just want to think?
Well, how many of us are not comfortable with our own thoughts? And so now we can't, because we've been trained to, And I would argue that all this shit that we've talked about for the last hour,
Ruining us.
this fucking tangent that we've
This
gone
is
on, probably the longest tangent on this kind of shit that I've ever gone on.
But
Is it makes sense, because technology has simultaneously connected us and disconnected us from each other, and to compensate for that disconnect, we have to find the most extreme shit online, basically, and that just makes sense to me. I'm not saying it's good. Like,
So I use it like I feel like I'm getting something from all the weird stuff I'm consuming. It feels like research. It definitely is like compulsive, and it definitely is like dopamine thing, but it is like there is an element where it is feeding you in a certain way.
It's about moderation, though.
It's about moderation. I hate moderation. And I'm pretty good at the way I design my life is around deadlines. So doing creative work where there's often like you can spend 10 years on something no one sees or half an hour on something that lasts the rest of your life. There's such a disconnect between the work that you do and the payoff. And so I'm obsessed with I love watching documentaries on painters because painters have the most weird life of all.
Same, yeah.
They're like, I love watching, David Hockney has amazing documentaries, and it's about having a process and a lifestyle of being creative. And I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with how people can have creative lifestyles.
Well, that's what I've been, for better or for worse, lately for worse, not gonna lie. But there was a point in my life where I was so proud of my life. I was like, holy fuck, I've managed to like circumvent the traditional grind. And now I live this. I don't just make this. This is who I am. It's why I like watching again, painters like William de Kooning, and even the most more boring ones as well. They have such interesting lives. They're all just very steezy people. Yeah, it's cool.
The process is quite boring. Do you know what I mean? It's literally having a habit.
Yes,
a creative habit. And this is like great songwriters. It's super boring. We hate this. We hate how simple it is that Paul Kelly wrote 500 songs. Do you know what I mean? Like that he just did it every day. It's so unromantic. But it's the process of being an artist, doing the work.
He built the right conditions, the right living conditions for that. It's like, we speak about it all the time on the show, but Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own,
I don't know that one.
It's like having your own space that's ready for you to make art. So rather than have to clear through the clutter, which is what I have been doing, unfortunately, you just have a space ready. Your guitar's already plugged in. Your pedals are already set. You're fucking on.
That's it. That's it. And then for me, a lot of it is how do you get to the end point? So how do you get something finished and done? And when you've got a band, it's like it helps because you're putting pressure on each other and you've got like timelines. We live and die by having deadlines. Like I would never have finished a single thing in my life because I hate finishing things because it's never how I want it to be. And the only thing that ever makes me finish it and get it off my chest and then I can release it. And it's literally like a relief. Anytime I finish anything, it's just like it's like a parasite. And you love the process, but it just kills you because you are so wrapped up in trying to make something great, whatever it is. And so I noticed so many people struggle with this. Like everyone feels like, and we feel so bad to be avoiding the thing that's like our calling. It's like you feel like a piece of shit to kind of like be avoiding your girlfriend that is your love with this art, right? And it's because it sucks to not nail it every time, and you have to make decisions and limitations, things like that. And so I built my whole life around deadlines. That's it. It took so long to figure that out.
I think I still haven't figured it out, even in what we're recording now. I think I figured it out right now through you telling me. But and it's always the simple shit. It's just like simple ideas you just don't practice. It's always like that.
It has to be from at least for me. It has to be from the exterior. There needs to be a reason for this to happen with an external pressure.
Well, that's the issue.
You generate that. You make that happen.
Yeah, that's the issue with what's going on with me is that we have no external pressure because we're this like we're popular in the underground, but it's like we're just there. So there's no like
there's no timeline
person telling me. And so I can set a timeline, but then what's the timeline for marketing? Is there even going to be that?
Yeah.
So you don't know. And so this album is the longest I've ever worked on anything.
Oh my God.
Which is not a long time, really, 9 months, but it's been like live, breathe. It's not 9 months in the sense I did it every week. It's 9 months and every single day I think about this album somehow. And maybe I'll record and maybe I won't, but it's like a non-stop wait.
Yeah.
You know?
But once you're like on the treadmill with a band, like when I was young, you don't have to so much worry about that because you have this momentum in the sense that you need to get another record done because you need to get another record done because you need to tour because you're living for this thing. So it's it's so fortunate when you have that.
Yeah.
But if you're, say, for instance, working on a little solo project or whatever, or you've got some other thing,
it would never get done.
And if you're finding it hard, that's the reason.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't feel bad about it. It's like everyone feels so much shame around the avoidance of the thing that you love, and it's like it's built in. We're not meant to, like. I know, like, Kevin Parker is a character who there are certain people that have that tunnel vision that they can fucking finish something by themselves.
Yeah.
It is so rare.
Yeah.
The rest of us are like, we're circumstantial. We work in collaboration. We bounce off each other. We get excited, and we're passion driven.
I feel like a lot of us have had to turn into that model, the Kevin Parker model.
I hate it.
Even if it's not necessarily who we want to be. I've definitely written a lot of this album, and it's like out of just sheer necessity.
And did you find it took energy from you or gave you energy?
Look, I really enjoyed the journey I went on. I can actually sing properly now. Not properly, but I'm confident. Yeah. I'm confident as a synth player, confident as a drum programmer, confident as a guitarist. I'm ripping solos on this shit that nobody should be ripping, but I'm ripping them with confidence. And I think it worked. However, I'm so fucking burnt out from not having moderation that there is this other thing going on. So there was pros to it, but there's also cons to it. I love more collaborative things, and there is collaborative aspects to it, but not as much as I want it.
What about you?
As far as the process,
because I find it surprised me. Like, some people, collaboration actually takes energy from them. Yeah, and they have to go and recharge solo, and and they create ideas in solo, and then others the other way around, where it's like you gain energy by being in a room and bouncing off people.
Yeah, I find I can do both.
Yeah,
but I kind of create different things with either. I remember, honestly, my most productive time creatively was when everything was locked down, and it was because I had such a strict routine that I'd set myself that I knew when I was going to leave the house and go exercise, and I knew that Friday and Saturday I'd gotten a pretty good gig being a delivery driver with my mates at my mate's uncle's restaurant, and it was like I knew Friday night, Saturday night, I would still get to see my friends. The rest of the time, I can just make shit, you know? And I was doing so much stuff at that time. I bought a soldering iron and I was making guitar pedals and shit like that.
Oh, you made one for me.
Yeah, and
you sold me one, right? You made it.
Did I give you one? Oh yeah, I made a
Where is that
phone mic. I don't know, it's in your car or something.
Yes,
but yeah, I was just making shit, and I fucking blew up my amp, but I couldn't go see my amp tech because he lived too far away and that. And it's like, oh well, I'm not gonna. I didn't want to muck around with anything AC power and fucking kill myself by electrocution. But I was doing so much shit. Some serious voltage in them. Serious current. But yeah, I was just doing so much stuff. It was my first time making demos at home because at that time, anything prior to that, it was I would create an idea and I would make a voice note of me playing guitar, and then I would show it to someone and I would play the bass part while I'm showing them my phone because I didn't have anything to record at home. But lockdown, I got thrusted into this thing. I can't go over to Geordie's house and then go track something that his. I've got to be able to make this now, So yeah, that was probably my highest output. And then like anything where you get safe and you become more knowledgeable at something, that you kind of kill your own creativity because you go, oh, I know that won't work, rather than going, fuck it, I'm going to try it anyway. I'm probably sidetracking a little bit, but
that's really interesting, actually.
Over the most recent summer, from December through to Jan, I had my biggest output of new ideas and things since the lockdowns. Yeah. And then we went and did this 2-week tour in the UK and it just fucking killed it again. And it's like, damn, how did I get myself back to that point where I can just go on autopilot, create mode again by myself? I find it easier with the group when there's the pressure there. But you know, I like the challenge of, can I do this by myself? And then we finish something together, rather than like, because starting something as a group is a lot harder than finishing something.
Yeah. It's you have to wear so many different hats.
Yeah.
For different parts of the process. And it's interesting what people find hard. Like, say, for instance, some people can find the start process really easy because they're in that free sand pit creation thing. And then the finishing, polishing thing is the hard bit.
Yeah.
I find it such a fucking ball, man.
And then other people are scared by the blank page. And it's if I can bring back to the left brain, right brain is such a thing. So the family I come from, it's like two hippie artists from Nimbin, both my parents, and homeschooled. So all of us have this like incredible confidence in our own creativity. That's the thing that we're like just got on tap. Like, I can go into a room and someone says like, make up a song in front of a group of people, I can do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, that's easy. But if someone tells me you've got a month, no, you got like, just finish it whenever you can. Just go away and finish that. Yeah. I'm like, that scares me so much. Give me a time that this will be done by, or I will die thinking about it and not doing it. Yeah. And like the technical parts of things, I always undervalued, because I was like, I mean, what's easier, being Neil Young and writing great songs, or learning how to play guitar really well? I was like, there's great songs. If you've got great songs, you don't have to play guitar really well. Yeah. Turns out writing great songs way harder.
Yeah,
do you reckon?
Yeah, having good ideas is hard.
Cool. That's good to know.
Having good ideas consistently is so much harder than being technically good at something.
Yeah.
Technicality is something that's always eluded me, purely because I just can't be fucked a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But then I learned very recently that you can be technical in a conceptual way, and you can be technical in a production way, and that was like really like shocking to me. I was like, oh, I don't have to be able to shred. I can shred with my ideas. My ideas can be multi-layered things. I'm learning to like love all the technical parts now.
Yeah.
So like, I love mixing and just nerding on compression EQ and like all the stuff that I just didn't care at all about when I was younger. Like, I just didn't want to be a record producer. I'm doing it now. And because I was like, it felt like a lonely hermit cave experience to go into like this room all day, and people just don't give you good notes. And then like, they're like, I just think it could be like sweeter. And then no one listens to it. And then you're like, can you just fix something that's terrible? You know, like, and that's your job. Like, you're a laborer. Fixing other people's problems, and you're not like collaborating for that. But I've come to really, later in life, really enjoy nerding out on these things.
Yeah, nice. I feel like I probably started more technical, and it's going creative later. Like, even, you know, I'm a hobbyist photographer, but the thing is, you know, I'll think so much about what f-stop I want to use and stuff like that, and then I go, well, surely, what the fuck, you know, why the fuck do I care about that? Like, does the picture look good? You know, that's like the main thing.
Yeah.
You know, and picture, like, great photographers, they don't change their settings and stuff. Like, they just, when the shoot's on, there's crew there and that, they don't have to worry about the technical. They just get to be creative. And that's something that like, in my hobbies, I go, why am I being so technical over my camera when, like, really, I'm just not taking photos now.
The film stuff is really technical. I think that's what's got me more technical.
Okay, true.
Because I've had to, with film, it's so technical, and you can't redo things.
Yeah,
it's really
you can't overdub.
Although I actually think music's more technical, like what's happening with frequencies and like in a mix and harmonics and stuff like that is so much more nuanced than what you can even tell with your eye.
Yeah.
It's very, it's but there are so many experts out there. And when I was younger, there was just always someone else that could deal with that part of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's only when like I'm working on projects now where it needs to be done, I'm like, all right, I'm going to take it on. I'm going to learn more about mixing.
Yeah, nice.
And it's definitely like not the most natural thing for me, but I do enjoy it.
I reckon to close off the podcast formally, you were nominated for Bachelor of the Year 2008. It's on your Wikipedia. What was the story behind that?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's on the wiki quite prominently as well. I don't know why.
They asked if I wanted to do the photo shoot topless.
Oh, wow. Did you?
No. I was incredibly skinny and uncomfortable.
Do you know who won that year?
No.
Okay.
No. I did, when I met my partner, her gay housemate had a copy of that Clio. He's like, oh, I've got all of the copies. And so he found it.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, Clio, that's an Australian.
Yeah. We used to do interviews with him all the time. But yeah, so yeah, it was very uncomfortable. I met a whole bunch of really funny male models. And I remember the basics, like Gautier played at the event for it. And it was just super funny. Just as a musician, like you do photo shoots as a musician, and it's always like put your arm up there and put a leg against there, and now like scowl at the thing. Yeah. But I remember I did like some photo shoots for like hair products and different like whatever modeling things. Yeah. And I remember I had a photographer, and he's like, could you dilate your pupils for me? What? And I was like, I don't know how to do that.
Wow. That's so different.
The assistant was like, just close your eyes for a while and then open them up. And so apparently it dilates your pupils.
That's crazy. So different from a band photo shoot where it's different. Like, now push each other around a bit, where it's like, it's just you.
Push each other around. That's
man, you get some ridiculous directions sometimes. It's like, just like bump into each other and that. But like and then it makes the good... it does, but that's
it's so hard to do photo shoots of bands and not make it look like you've just been cornered in a alleyway by a bunch of men leering at you. Like, it always has that feeling of like just four dudes who've cornered you.
Yeah. Wrong turn.
Is smiling back in though? Because I know that the Velvet Underground made it cool to not smile, but ever since then, I think people are starting to smile. Do you guys smile in your photos?
Some. I don't think our most recent press stuff has smiling, but yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see, you would have been great Clio Bachelor of the Year. Like, where did your look come from? Like, where is your aesthetic?
Me? Yeah. Like me personally?
Yeah. Like, what's the influence? Where is this coming from?
Yeah, where's this coming from?
This is... Are you going to ask me to dilate my pupils?
Like what I love about your band is you have the quality of like the Scooby-Doo or something like that, where each character has its own sort of like, it's not like one of those bands where everyone looks the same. Yeah. Everyone's got their unique kind of like aesthetic. Do you reckon?
I've heard this a lot. Like if you ask like who's the funny one, like it would be Angus. But the thing is, I think all the guys in the band are fucking hilarious, but in different ways. And are you familiar with the band Sophisticated Dingo?
Yeah, I did like 7 of their artworks.
I remember we did this gig in Sydney, and Louis, the singer, he goes, man, I love hanging out with you guys. You're all like different characters from a movie or something like that. And everyone's got a different style. And everyone's got a different sense of humor, but like I think when you look at the four of us, it's like they're together type of thing.
No, it's like it's actually really good, and it's hard to fake.
Yeah,
like the kind of mismatched camaraderie aspect of a band.
Absolutely.
And when you have a feeling of a band where you could feel that like, there's one person here that's leading this and there's a bunch of like characters that aren't that invested and they're not comfortable or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you see it a lot though with bigger artists. I'm obviously not going to name who because I want them on the show at some point, but like there's a lot of people where it's like that person and then the backing muses, but they're not the backing muses. They're in the band.
Yeah, 100%. And it's so sad because we came from such an era of solo artists for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And like I've worked with so few bands and like it sucks being a solo artist. Like, it's so boring.
Yeah,
it's so boring. There's no one to bounce off.
You know, I often think about, you know, when we finish a gig and we go and we stay at some shitty hostel and we're in bunk beds and stuff, and like the night still goes on till the lights are out, that like you're all together. But a solo artist goes to their hotel room by themselves and like goes to bed. It's like, you know, but for us, like, touring is basically school camp, like eternally. Yeah. And it's fucking sick. But I do feel that some artists don't get to experience like just the fucking,
and even the on stage thing where you can tell when someone's a solo artist because the other members of the band don't feel like they're allowed to like compete.
Yeah.
Like, I had a solo project thing for a while, and the whole thing I wanted was like a bunch of musicians that were trying to like kick me out of the band. It was the best energy, right?
The show is, you know, the show is very important, but it's just like the relationship as a whole. It's, you know, it's like I'm married to 3 other people.
Well, that's what I said at my brother's wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, that you were there first.
Well, I'm just like, I see bands a bit like a marriage, and it just starts out so awkward.
Yeah.
Because that's what I remember being in a band was like having like partners go, so you can't say whether we can do a holiday in the next 6 months. You can't figure out like 7 days that you'll be free to go on a holiday with me. And I'm like,
no,
you're always going to be below the band. Do you know, like, it's like a fucking weird cult.
It is.
Well, it's like, I mean, in your case,
thing.
it is an actual family.
Yeah.
And I guess in our cases, it kind of is a family too.
But once things are in and you're like all in on it together, like what you guys are, it is kind of weird when people realize close to you that, oh no, you don't kind of have a say.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it gets to the point bigger. That the wheels are turning, and it's like, you know, it gets to a point when, you know, albums coming out and that you everything, you kind of know, I'm free until this point, and then I can't tell you what's going on afterwards because I am at, I'm at the call of whatever happens.
And you have big seasons where you aren't busy. You know, like, that's the problem. And then you come back for 6 months and they're like, got too much of you.
Yeah. That's it.
They're trying to get you off on tour again.
again.
But yeah, it's that awkward thing, the positive and the negative of that. To get back to the Cleo Bachelor of the Year question that I sidestepped.
Is this because you liked my kicks I was wearing the other day?
The brothel creepers. You didn't know that's what they were called.
I didn't know that.
So that's actually the name of a shoe.
See, I like it when people put 2 words together like that I've never heard before. That's like the basis of every.
That's a brothel creeper.
Okay, true. But that's like a suede one though. What? Yeah. Mine were actually a brogue.
Why is it called that?
Because they got rubber soles and you can kind of like around brothels.
Is it mine? They're actually just docks, but they're like a brogue. Got the brogue toe on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked. I think I was telling you that we were in Texas and I was looking for cowboy boots.
You didn't get cowboy boots.
And we walked into this secondhand store. I just saw these shoes sitting there and I went, fuck it, I can wear them with anything because they stick out. That, you know, you can wear them with jeans, you can wear them with shorts, and you wear them with skinny jeans and you'd look punk as, you know.
True.
It's but they're. I just, my biggest weakness in my wardrobe forever has been shoes because I refuse to spend.
Look, I'm wearing the old volleys.
Yeah, well, there was a period I stopped doing it. I was wearing leather work boots that were a hand-me-down from my dad on stage because I could disguise the leather work boots. Oh, everyone wears Docs and that, but like, you know, where it got embarrassing was going to the airport and flying to shows and then having to put them through the x-ray machine separate because they had steel toes.
Yeah, every time.
And then and like I even remember our manager being like, you don't have another pair of shoes? I can't afford another pair of shoes. I got these stompers, they won't break, so I'm going to keep wearing them. And then finally our band started getting like Reebok sent us some stuff and New Balance, and it's like, okay, now I've got shoes, but only because they were free.
You just live for the freebies. Like
Yeah.
that's that phase of a band before you're like making money.
Yeah.
You're making money.
You get free clothes.
You just live on entirely on promotional free things.
Well, that happens a lot with influencers too.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like they get the promotions and they get crazy Doc Martens and crazy leather jackets, and it's like,
It's a unique kind of poverty.
Yeah.
It's a unique kind of poverty to have people also hassling you.
Yeah.
You know, like to have people like hassling you at a cafe and you're sleeping on a floor. It's a weird combination.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's so funny that, oh man, tour must be crazy. It's like, yeah, well, there's 5 of us and there's 2 beds. Like that's about as crazy as it gets, that we're all sweating next to each other. But you know what? The budget has gotten a little bit better, that now
Per diems?
now everyone has their own bed. No per diems. We basically
singles or
sometimes someone will get a double to themselves.
So-
fuck yeah,
I
brother.
remember when we started only getting our own rooms.
Yeah,
You know, and going to like nicer hotels, and the sadness and the loneliness you got at like
that's why the double
1
room is
a.m.
good.
in the morning. You get back to the hotel and you've come off the show and hanging out with the crew and whatever else, and you go back to this room by yourself. And it's so weird.
It is
to
weird.
do that over and over and over again. And I missed sharing rooms.
Yeah, when we did our big Oz tour, we had a TM book everything, and it was like, oh shit, that's how much it costs for everyone to have their own room. But now when we tour, we do like, a room that's got like a 2 singles or a 2 doubles or whatever, because that way you kind of get that like the
Service departments.
the hang,
maybe?
yeah,
Service departments always work so well.
Airbnb as well
Airbnb
is
like
good.
Back in the day, especially like 4 years ago, you could get a house that looked like GTA like 5.
Yeah.
Like houses when you go to like what's it called? Fucking
I
like
love the reference of GTA 5.
no, like we stayed in a
It's
place
true,
once that was like a legitimate GTA 5 mansion for like $300
I know.
for like
Yeah.
5 days.
And then-
you can't do that anymore.
And
but
then you think you end up, when you're touring, you do your cost per person per night, like what's your budget? And if you do 150 per person per night, you can get great rooms, but the budget is always like that much. But our drummer Vin, he books a lot of it, and he gets it down to like 50 per person per night. And sometimes you walk in somewhere and you're like, fuck, this is shit. And sometimes you're like, oh, this is such good bang for buck.
When we first moved to Australia, we were sleeping on floors for 6 months, and these girls who worked at the music network, these girls that we knew in their mid-20s, and the 3 of us would sleep in the lounge room on mats, and we'd just be on tour, and we did 200 shows a year.
Whoa.
Just in Australia, driving around. High schools with a horse float full of PA. During the day, play high schools, get gold coin donations, and then we would tour with bands that wouldn't pay us.
Wow.
And we'd play shows to like nobody, but we were like signed to a record label, and we were like had songs on radio, but we had no fans. And we were living on these gold coins from the high schools that we play.
That is unreal.
And we would like pay for petrol with like just
coins,
just like
Did
60 gold
they're
coins.
allowed to I don't know what the threshold is, but when there's a certain amount of coins per what the dollar value is, they're allowed to say no, we're not accepting
Really?
that. Yeah,
People just kept thinking we'd like knocked over vending machines or something. But
Gold Rush.
But there was like times where it was like he would just get so rough, and we'd also like say drive from Sydney to Melbourne, play a show, drive back that night
Next
to save
day,
on
yeah.
accommodation all the time. And I remember like our manager, she said, "Oh my God, we're going to treat you guys to doing a show in Brisbane. I've got this place. It's the Eco Lodge. It sounds like this fancy place.
Yeah, I know what Eco Lodge is.
And then it was the Econo Lodge.
Econo Lodge. Yeah,
It was
yeah,
the Conor Lodge. It was in the middle of Fortune Valley. It was like
Oh,
the scummiest motel of all. But
Yeah.
like we used to stay in so many hostels, and we'd get in late, and sometimes the hostels would like lock up, and you just sleep. I remember several times sleeping on the floor in the hostel.
We had this
Vibes.
in America. If you don't call them up and say, "Hey, we're coming later," they'll sell your room to someone
That's so
else.
fucking
So
American.
we've rocked up and they've been like, "Oh no, someone else is in your room now." Like, the hotel can make the fee again because they go, "Oh, surely they're not rocking up," and just sell the vacancy to someone else.
So
I swear by it. Any touring Australian artist, if you don't know where to stay in Adelaide, West Beach Big Four is fucking
Really?
amazing. Yeah, we used to always stay at the Big Four. We went from unpowered sites to powered sites,
to
and then
upgrade over time.
and then to cabins. And then like when we went to cabin, it was like
In Adelaide.
yeah. We used to stay at Big Fours and caravan parks, and we would stay at free camp
Yeah.
sites, and we'd have swags and Kmart tents.
Oh, come on. That's next level.
Yeah, and that I know,
So fun. Best memories. We broke so many crew members.
But yeah, no, I think I think the like the back-breaking tour moments is what makes it so fulfilling. That the amount of times I've slept on fucking stones and in clay, and we used to wear all white when we would play. And I remember we stopped at this campsite called Little Italy. It's like probably an hour and a half from Byron, and it was piercing down with rain. We'd played Brisbane, we stopped there, we were playing Sydney the next night, and just like setting up the swags in the rain, and just everyone's clothes were fucked from the clay. And, you know, the swag pole broke, and then you just got like swag on top of you getting rained on, and you get to the show and you just like, you get sick because you're not sleeping, and it just, all this shit. It's so worth it.
The hard thing is, there's a great like podcast just on bad tour stories, but the problem is artists never see them as that bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it's not that bad.
No, but like we always underplay them because it's like you're so normalized to like in any other like working condition.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Like, and particularly for your crew, like this, once you bring another person paid on, then immediately you can't do the fucked up shit.
Yeah, we never. So as soon as we had sound guy traveling with us, it was never we never camped. Like honestly,
camping is next level.
I would love to do another.
I've never heard of camped.
Really,
that's so fun.
It's the way
That's
to go.
so on brand.
But the
You'd
thing
be
is-
camping.
So I would be up for that.
The thing is, I
remember
remember chatting to peers of ours, and we'd both started touring at the same time. I remember, like a friend of mine saying, "Oh, we've just done this run. It was the first time we didn't lose money on going up the East Coast." And I'm thinking, like, we never lost money going up the East Coast, but like our backs are fucked, and like just all this, you know, we'd always break even because Vin and I would sit there and meticulously calculate, even down to the how many liters of petrol it would take to get there. It's like, oh nah, but if we got a hire car, budget over. But if we get taxis, it's all good. But maybe we'll have to order an extra one because someone will say no. Yeah, it was it's so fun.
I don't miss the trying to, like, everything's fine except for exactly what you're saying. Trying
Until
to get
it doesn't
the gear,
work.
No, trying to get the gear from the airport to places.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Is the only thing that is truly excruciating.
Yeah.
Is like every single time anywhere in the world, everyone always acts like they've never dealt with a band before. And you just see bands all around you everywhere, and every person that you're dealing with, that's a lot of gear.
Yeah,
it's just like the first time every day.
Yeah. Drive to Adelaide's way more interesting than the one to Sydney, because the one to Adelaide, you get the two-way traffic, and you get to feel the air off the trucks when you cross them at 110.
That's a beautiful drive as well. As you drop, I don't know where it is that you drop down.
Do the descent into Adelaide.
The canolas growing there, so it's beautiful flowers. We used to drive from Sydney to Adelaide.
I've never done that one.
Over the hay plains.
I've never done that before.
2-day drive, 16 hours. I'd take driving over flying any day. Yeah, just there. Driving's so much fun. It's such a bummer that the regional touring isn't there anymore. There was so much talk during COVID about bringing it back.
Well, that's what we were a part of. The initiative was to restart what I guess split ends in, like, you know, the little bands were doing back in the day. Because I even Googled, I was like, who was actually playing these places? Because, Mount Gambier hadn't seen touring music up until that point, I'm pretty sure, for a long time. And it was interesting playing to them.
Damn, so cool. I used to love playing Warrnambool.
I've never actually properly been to Warrnambool, but...
I think it was the Warrnambool, Mount Gambier, and then Adelaide. I don't think I ever played Port Augusta. South Australia is really tough. Like, people obviously complain all the time that no one plays Adelaide, but like regional areas in South Australia even more.
No, for sure. I mean, I love playing Adelaide. I love playing the Cranker. I think it's a awesome venue. But then we've been trying to shoot a music video in fucking Coober Pedy because we have a song called The Mutants of Coober Pedy. The logistics for getting the fucking Coober Pedy is so difficult, and everyone keeps telling me it's a pipe dream.
Yeah.
But I have to shoot on that location because otherwise it just doesn't make sense. And I don't know how to do it. It's been the bane of my existence is trying to get us there. Because it's beautiful, and there's nothing like, well, you know, it's cave dwelling, right? Like the Airbnbs and caves.
Like I really want to shoot around this area. Do a like a 16 mil western.
Yeah, dude, absolutely.
A desert thing.
Would you ever do like a horror western, The Hills of Eyes?
That'd be sick.
That's what I'm trying to shoot.
So sick.
It's
but I'll show you where
so far away.
The Hay Plains are over here, somewhere in here. Where is it? Hay. Oh, holy shit! That's so much more central than I was thinking. Yeah, so Sydney to Hay is 8 hours, and then it must be more than 8 hours. We're obviously speeding, and then Hay to Adelaide, another 8 hours. And I remember we had this it was called Pink Floyd. It was this old beaten down Ford Falcon with no aircon and a horse float full of PA, and it just kept breaking down in the desert. And I remember just being like in the desert, and it's beautiful, like it's so still, and like we're just we're just walking through like this field with all of these like skulls, like cow skulls, and we find a little creek, and we're like getting dirty water out of the creek. Oh my god! And then we're stuck out there, and then it gets night, and there's like lightning all around us, and it's like explosions all around us, and it's like being on another planet, like being in Mars. Yeah, you see these lightning explosions all around you. It's completely flat, and they just cool. It's like a turn in the road every like 20 kilometers just to keep you awake.
Yeah,
and then back again. I loved it.
I've never seen of. Oh, is that a desert place? The Hay.
I love that picture. Wow. I think there is some water around. Yeah, it depends. It's probably seasonal.
Where did you shoot the Jerry video?
Which one?
The one in the house where he's playing on the keys. That one.
Tadiri.
Yeah, it's like from 2018, I think, or something like that.
2018.
I think it's a video that you did.
Tadiri.
Yeah.
Is it inside or outside?
It's both, because that's also like a pretty like.
Oh, that's where he recorded his album. So my brother produced a record with Diddy in a house outside of, I think it's outside of Warrnambool.
Oh really?
Up in.
It was for that song Raw.
Raw stuff. Yeah. I really love that song and that video.
It's a great video.
That was just him in the place where he was recording the album.
So he did the whole like going to like a.
This is another
retreat.
example of like how many times we've moved pianos. I don't know if you're a piano moving.
I've never done it before.
Both these ones. This is the Skyhooks old piano.
No way.
From like horror movie and all that shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
In the 70s. That's from their old studio.
That's
it's really
sick.
nice tone to it.
I'm a big Skyhooks fan.
Sick.
But
that's awesome.
But like we've moved so many pianos. I think we figured out it's like 10, 12 pianos we've moved. You just get so used to it after a while. There's another one outside the front of our house, but I remember getting this one in for getting this one moved in as well.
Do you know the story with the Ben Folds piano in Adelaide?
No.
Where he they wanted him to play a show somewhere. We got told this on tour like a few years ago. And he basically like moved his piano from his house to the bar, then back to his house in one night. Yeah,
you have to
like a full grand.
Do you have to retune it every time you move it?
Yeah, you do, and then twice as well because it has to settle. It settles, and because you don't. Yeah. It's actually in tune when you initially move it, and then it gets out of tune over the next. I think basically in any variation in the floor.
Yeah.
So like. It kind of warps a little bit. Do you make it like there would be, it wouldn't be exactly flat or something?
Yeah, true.
How did you get that piano, by the way? Like, what's the story?
This is from another producer friends. They had to move out of their house and they had it, so I've got it on long-term loan. Yeah, but have a little play. It's got such a nice tone. I'm aboard, Conor.
Go for it.
It's a real like dark tone.
Can you play horror movie on it?
No, I don't know how to play that song.
It's like we used to cover that.
Yeah, actually get him actually playing it.
Oh no, I can do it on guitar. But that was like when we started, when we were in year 12.
Really?
It was It was, well, we
I love
started
them.
just as a cover band. But I remember, you think, oh, what songs should we play at blah blah blah's 18th that's coming up, and you just end up getting suggestions from your folks and stuff like that. And I remember, I think my parents suggested to do a Skyhooks song, and we did horror movie for like a year. That was part of our set. Yeah, before we'd written anything. But
That's fun.
yeah.
To close off properly this time, will there ever be an Evermore reunion?
I don't know. Probably. I don't see. Maybe. Yeah, I think it'd be nice. I'd like it.
Because you guys are all friends. It's not like an Oasis kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We played together at my wedding a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, nice.
For my grandma, which was nice.
Oh, cool.
So we played Light Surrounding You for her.
Cool.
Yeah.
And still all knew how to do it.
Yeah.
But it's been probably 10 years.
Damn.
So, yeah, but over 10 years. So I'd like it. I'd like it if it ever happens.
And is there anything that you want to say to the listener that could assist them throughout their day? Any wise words of wisdom?
I don't know. Like I'm very optimistic about the world right now, and I think you have to be. And I think that I think there's more good music right now than it has ever been, and people love music more than they ever have. And once people figure out how to turn that into an actual industry with an actual product, it'll be great. But I think everyone's doing so much right and feeling like they're doing so much wrong.
Damn, that's fucking heavy.
Do you know what I mean?
Very heavy.
So it's like I
haven't heard
see
that take before. That's refreshing.
I just feel it. I just feel it. That it's just so much simpler than people think it is, and it's like I just encourage that. It's just like we feel like we're living in a world we don't have the tools for, and I think that we do, and that it's not true. I think that like I see so much positive stuff out there. I see like so much like mad community coming about. I think in a world of AI, people are just running towards live experiences and real community. And I'm so up for it.
Right.
I'm so up for the resurgence of in-person live experience, live music, live...
Because people are really now starting to feel it, right?
Yeah, because everything else is worthless.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If the AI can generate every Hollywood movie that's ever existed, every piece of pornography that ever could be, then I don't think it's going to have the same allure. So that's my
That's really.
It's
really
a weird,
good shit.
dark, positive thing.
It's very positive. I think like I'm 29. How old are you? Like 27. 27. Young motherfucker. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people in their late 20s that I know, and also early 20s, and also probably anyone under 30, were so like nihilistic, and I'm fighting so hard with every ounce of my fucking system to just. Even to be spiritual, even to just not have my dreams crushed by people who are, I guess, jaded. Because I've experienced that, and I don't want to live the rest of my life that way.
Here's how I put it, is that we don't have the luxury of being jaded anymore.
Damn.
And I actually think that, like, look at the fucking 90s. Like, everything was so good for white Western male culture back then. They had everything. And they were so nihilistic. Yeah. And I think that being around other people that have had more, that have come from like really tough experiences in life, they have amazing, what I call like military grade optimism. And it's what you do to to choose the life that you want. So this will go real heavy on it, but I'm so in for that. I'm so all about like trying to cultivate that in my life and community, and I'm seeing it all around. I just see heaps of people right now that are just like leaning into like living life.
Cool. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
And
big part of
Conor,
it.
do you have anything you want to say?
I don't know. I feel like I've been mainly a bystander of this podcast.
No, I feel like I don't think you can say that about this one, brother. I feel like you've talked more than I have.
True.
I'm the talker.
Yeah,
But it's good to have a co-host who says stuff. Sometimes I don't.
yeah. I don't know. This has been fun.
Keep
That's
on
it.
trucking.
Yeah, keep on trucking. What did I say? Did you ask me this when I did the?
I sometimes ask people this. I sometimes don't. I don't know if I
Yeah.
did it for yours. We talked about
Yeah.
karate a lot.
Yeah, we did. We
Really?
talked a lot about fighting.
Fighting and,
Yeah,
and music.
Did
and
like you are a fighter?
Yeah.
black belt.
Yeah.
Damn.
But we I don't know what I said. I think I did another podcast similar time to yours where I don't know, I encouraged people to just ask about stuff. Like there's no harm in asking, and I got that
That's
from
really
looking at a Nardwar TED talk where basically he got most of his opportunities just by asking someone.
It's
you know?
true, yeah.
And I guess
Especially
that's my thing.
that's good ass advice, because like even in journalism, it's like just fucking ask people. You'd be
Yeah.
surprised who like actually
Yeah.
wants to talk.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fuck yeah, all right.
Can I give you one more bit of my
Yeah,
advice?
please, as
thing?
much as you have.
Is that I fucking am so into this right now. It's like, I take like if there's any advice to like at least anyone doing art, any kind of creative thing, and they're young, is take so many more risks than you currently are.
I agree.
I meet so many young artists that are trying to have it all figured out, and like, well, I don't know where we're positioned, and like, I don't know what exactly this is, and I'm worried that we're gonna be this, and I don't want to be putting myself in a shoebox here, and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh my god, like you have so much time, you have no pressure right now. Do the fucking craziest thing you can think of. Do the most strangest, most idiosyncratic. Like, do something that's dangerous right now.
I fucking agree 100%, and it's definitely that's the approach I've had for what I'm doing currently.
Yeah.
And it can be a bit scary, and especially if you already had an identity or a sound that was already unique, and it's like, oh yeah, well I'm just gonna ditch that completely,
Yeah.
regardless of what the fans want. But I think fans is an interesting concept because you're always going to meet new audiences and new people, and so you should never really stop at a certain point.
People are like focusing on analytics at way too early of a stage.
Oh yeah,
They're
I always
like,
say
"That's
this. I say
crazy."
the same shit. I'm like, it doesn't matter what our fucking fan base is thinking
Yeah.
of right now. Like, there will be more.
You're
know?
like
There'll be more
17 and
people.
you're doing like a weird thing, and you'll be like, well, this got more traction. It's like,
So
damn,
this
that
means that
sounds
this
like
is a good thing, and I've always fought against it. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's not enough people out there to make that cool. You know?
Yeah, you sound like a old Hollywood exec or something like that.
Yeah.
Too much information. Just do something weird.
All right, fucking A. Well, thank you, man, and thank you for co-hosting, Conor, as well.
Sweet.
Love
Cheers.
it. Cheers.